My man, let's go. Welcome back to the Each One Teach One podcast. I am your host, Chief, and the homies are here. Trap's here, and we got a special guest in the
Don't
building.
say it too many times. You make me say it slow.
We got the boss. Y'all already know. We got Weezy from Horrible Decisions in the building.
Everybody.
Let's clap it up.
Round of
clap it up.
applause.
This is
Peace,
amazing right
queen.
here.
Clap for y'all too.
Thank you.
This is amazing.
Thank you for my Christmas gift, by the way. It didn't fit, but thank you.
Yo, that's T fault. T, I love you.
I figured.
Damn, that's the
I
wrong
was
size.
like, I remember I showed it. I was like, "Is this mine? This is 6.5." She was like, "Yeah, I told her 7.5," and I was like, "Bitch, no, you did."
Oh shoot, I'm sorry.
No, T is allowed to fuck up because she's so good at her job.
Facts.
That like, I feel like I remember when like I would make small mistakes at my job, and like my boss would come me crazy, and I'm like, "Nigga, are you serious? Like computers fuck up more than me.
Word.
Fuck you."
There should be some room for error. Like
It has to. I think blatant fuck ups are something that is like, I think when people disregard their fuck up, I think the best way to fuck up is always coming with a solution. Hey, this happened, which the engineers are very good at doing. They're like, this happened. I've tried X, Y, Z. Now I'm coming to you. I think that's great. My boss told me one time something, not my boss, excuse me, somebody we work with. Why are you coming to me with these like $100 problems? Like, she said, don't come to him with these $100 problems. You're talking to a millionaire that's got so much shit on their plate. You know how many people call him every day and you're whining about something? You need to have everything figured out before you ring his phone. And I really like that. Not to say that anybody that works here couldn't call me if they need me, because of course, but I do like that. Because we lean on people too much.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't give you any room for your own trial and error.
Right.
I expect there to be a fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
What'd you do with the gift? You sold it?
no.
You should.
Yomi fits it, right?
Yeah,
I left for Yomi.
Wait, but Yomi got her own.
Yeah, I guess she got two.
Oh, shit.
I guess she got two. Maybe her girl. I think maybe her girlfriend size.
I'm about to say that.
Oh, okay. All right.
Maybe that
That
bitch
could
had a 7.5.
Damn, sorry, Weezy, but don't worry. It's annual.
It'll be more.
I'll take
gifts.
It's annual.
I can't wait till Christmas.
Yeah, because y'all take care of us.
We only got 10
This
more
is the
months.
best.
appreciate
This is
y'all.
one of the best gifts we got coming here to this studio. Like that was the
Absolutely.
best
Everybody
gift.
says that.
Nah,
Not saying we're the best. But I mean, like,
Nah.
no, when people like thank us for the studio, it's weird because when you think of someone paying you, you don't expect them to thank you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you.
But I'm grateful to hear that too. To be honest, people saying shit like that is what keeps the prices not going up. I know.
Nah, for real.
But this
for real.
Inflation ain't hit WTF.
But we just keeping it real. Like ever since we got here, we just been, everything's been good since we got here last
That's
year.
dope.
Like he found it, we seen it, we looked it up, and I was just like, yo, let's go here. Cause we was in a transition from going from one place to a next one. And then
I've been to a few too, you know,
So-
like everything has, I mean, I think for us, it's us. You know what I'm saying? You
Right.
walk in, you see similar faces, or you can like network with other podcasts. I really
Exactly.
like seeing that when other pods
me
collab.
too. I like that.
I
like that a
love
lot.
and I feel really proud when like I'm looking at a clip and I'm like, ooh, I know the background. Like
Mhm.
even when it ain't my even though the studio is mine, I get it. It's like, oh, I don't know. I've probably said this before on a podcast, but like somebody once told me like, oh, I don't want to come in there because everybody records there. And I was like, bitch, that's the point.
That's the point.
Yo,
Like I
I
kind of
wanna-
love that people
want to come here.
I was in Mexico City. I don't know if you heard me say this, Wolf. And a girl came up to me, and this never happened. Sometimes people say WTF, but not in this way.
Mhm.
This girl said, oh my God, you own that studio everybody's at. And
Facts.
I was like,
Mm.
that was fucking lit.
Yes,
Yeah.
But I
queen.
also kind of like that it's like the premiere shit. I feel like the only other studio I kind of noticed like that is Adam No Jumper.
No jumper.
Now that
Okay.
he's doing other podcasts, when I see that, and I'm like, oh, or I see the...
I ain't trying to be petty, but I seen his shit. It's a lot of resemblance. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Niggas
know.
come here and
Adam
steal the
spends money
sauce.
here, so I ain't gonna say nothing, but oh, it does.
Niggas steal the sauce. You know what I'm saying?
You know
To
how
each
it
its
be.
own,
To
though.
each his own.
Black
people gotta
creators.
borrow. You know,
They've been
people-
stealing from blacks forever.
That's the
It's the Each One Teach One podcast.
That's
That's
a
fair.
fact. That's a
I'll give you
fact.
that. I ain't gonna cap for him on that one. I like that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how set C happened. We got a new set, and
Mm-hmm.
Alex hit me and was like, "We're making a new set with labs only." And I was like,
Mm.
well, why not have mics? Some people aren't gonna want to be labbed up because audio could be different. He was like, it doesn't matter. We're doing something different because everybody got a fucking studio now. And we got to be different. And I feel him like when you have something great, people are gonna take it.
Yep.
So then you have to constantly find a way to like
to reinvent it.
Yeah,
and
to
do it.
reinvent yourself, to like one up yourself.
You could take the sauce, you could take the format,
Just
but you can't
borrowing
take
it,
the
yeah.
people.
Yeah.
That's why we come here.
Facts.
Thank you.
It's the people
I
you
agree.
hired.
The
Like
people,
Wolf,
the
That for
environment.
us,
T, Yomi, like those are
From
the
the
only people
first
we
day.
work with. Character unblemished. That's why I come here. Take all my
From
money.
the first day we got here, and we just felt like, all right, we fit here. And one of our episodes, actually, Alex recorded one of our episodes.
Yeah.
Like, so we
Yeah.
even met the boss. So it's like,
Yeah.
and
That's
he even
dope.
said, like, yo, nah, that was actually pretty good. So like from there, we was just like, all right.
that's a good feeling.
It is a good feeling. Like it was definitely the motivation to keep going. It was like we gotta definitely keep going.
It feels really good to like. I wish I was in New York more to like come in
Mhm.
and like see more of the pods because
Mhm.
not saying LA is like nothing, but it's just like New York is my home. It's where my podcast started. It's where we
Mhm.
started this studio, and like even LA knows like New York be
Right.
holding it down.
Facts.
So, but and it's hard because like even sometimes, and I just don't have the relationship like that with them yet. I'm growing, but it's been less than a year. It's been open, but like I'll thank
Congratulations
Thank
too.
Congratulations.
I'll
Congrats
on
thank
that.
people or thank my team, and I'm like only posting New Yorkers, or I have to catch myself.
Mhm.
But like there is just like a different vibe when it comes to New York podcast. Period. I think
Yeah.
like even in LA,
They just too cool for school, I feel like, in LA. Like, or they
nah,
just
like the podcast vibe is different.
yeah.
They got their own sets, or they're like it's white podcasts are popping there.
Mhm.
Black
Okay.
podcasts are popping in New York. That's
Got
just
you.
that's just it.
Shit.
Okay.
Like people were telling me about all these shows in LA. I'm like, I ain't never heard of that shit. You know, shout out to Neil Brennan. He's famous for
Yeah.
writing on the Dave Chappelle show.
Right, right.
I ain't gonna hold you. I was kind of like, damn, it really is a lot of white motherfuckers in here.
Mhm.
And I mean, with us, like, it just feels so good that when like Black podcasters come to New York, they think of us. That
That's
shit,
it.
like, that gets my dick
You
hard.
and Alex built the
She said that was my thing.
It's
You and
a-
Alex built a safe space for us. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I remember an episode, I was like, yo, take all my money.
Facts.
Because the service and the quality I'm getting is
It
impeccable.
was impeccable.
Honestly,
And the
shout out to
networking
Alex
here.
for that because I wanted to die when he bought these cameras. And I'm
Really?
like, I was freaking out. And I was like, why can't we just do cheaper ones? Niggas gonna come because we black.
Yeah, I remember that.
Right?
that's,
Oh, wait, you remember when he wanted to upgrade?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Oh,
She said
I was
niggas
like,
gonna come
what?
because we black.
It's
She
true.
was fighting it for sure.
Yeah.
She was fighting it.
But
I
he's
mean,
right.
I mean,
see
being black
there's
is just a
platinum plaques
bonus.
on the wall. Platinum plaques on
He
the wall.
does know
like,
best. You know, like,
Yeah.
even with like horrible decisions, we
Mhm.
just had a call recently. Like, Mandy and I have been podcasting so long that our audio numbers
Mandy,
are like,
what's up?
Word.
Peace, queen.
Shout out to
Yes,
her
shout out
too.
to
Shout out to
Mandy.
y'all, man.
our audio numbers are so crazy in comparison to our YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And
Same.
it's like, same for y'all?
Yeah.
The audio is like, because I said that to him before. I'm like, I find people listen to podcasts more
And then
because you could have it. You could have it in your radio. You could go to the gym if you want to listen. So people
Commute to work.
commute. So
I know,
if you
but
listen,
that YouTube world is real.
it's real. It
it's
is.
the, you know, even Flagrant, which Alex is on, right? Like,
Mhm.
he'll always be talking to me about YouTube, and I'm like, nigga, I don't live in YouTube world.
Mhm.
But at the same time, I'm blocking my own shit by not listening.
Yeah.
Because look how
Right.
fucking their shit grows. You know
That
what I
shit
mean? But
grows,
like,
yeah.
there is a YouTube culture, and then there's an audio culture.
Mhm.
And that's why I guess
Facts.
in my brain, I couldn't understand needing to have such crazy quality cameras. But I
Right.
do.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Especially for your show, it's
Yeah,
two
especially-
women.
It's two, yeah.
It's
What's
two
she- what's she-
women.
wait.
I gotta look.
Like y'all,
Y'all-
Oh, I
like
thought he was like, especially y'all bitches don't need it.
No, he's saying like
you know,
y'all would look good.
Get out here.
Y'all, go ahead,
Y'all
Trap.
would look real good on the camera. Like people want to
Y'all
see y'all.
always
Like
look
y'all
Oh,
look
yeah, I don't
good.
want to be
Yeah.
that. Oh, Wolf, should we tell them about that bitch who came in here and said she the camera was too clear?
What?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I want to
She-
hear
people
that.
get a
Please, I
kick
want to
out of
hear
this.
that.
This pussy bitch. First of all, I called the police. I was flipping out, bro. So we had a client come in here, and
Mhm.
it's crazy because she wasn't white, but she did have Karen energy.
Okay.
So she comes in.
Karen,
Karen energy is
And-
She
crazy.
definitely did.
Yomi was supposed to take the booking. It was hers.
Mhm.
And Alex just happened to hear the lady talking. And he was like, nah, I have to stick around for this. So I guess she was filming some kind of commercial
Mhm.
and was basically saying, like, can you zoom out? Can you make it a little blurry? Can you make me look skinnier? Like emailing back to back, just wilding
you
the
make
fuck
me look
out.
You make me
Yeah.
lighter skin.
Lighter skin.
Oh,
so
that's
Alex
what
was
she
like, yo,
said.
it's already
Yeah.
zoomed all the way out. So then finally she starts going off on T. And very, very seldom does T ever say, like, I can't deal with this anymore.
Mhm.
Right.
So when she said that, I knew it was bad. I said, give me your number. So I called her. Oh, hi. oh yes, I don't even know what, I don't know. She says I was getting upset. I really wasn't. She just wasn't answering the phone. I said, well, she's not at your beck and call.
Facts.
You know, it's a business. It's a small business. She definitely has been, you know, responsive. Actually, she has. And I said, I'm looking at these emails. She's responding within an hour of time. I don't know what do you think
What
we
you
have a
want.
dedicated email person? We
Mhm.
don't. That don't know a podcast studio that does. And she just started complaining about how it was too clear. And I said, oh, damn, I wish I could record this and like this shit would light me up on
Facts.
yo.
Yeah.
Facts.
So
Too clear.
she
Yeah.
said she wanted some edit. We were going to do it for her. She didn't do it fast enough. Thank God Wolf is here, bro.
Yeah,
That's
but
my
hold on.
greatest fear.
She said, I want to be skinnier. I want to be more light skinned. And since we couldn't do either one, she was like, well, just make the video blurry.
That's right. Make the video blurry.
I want to be more light skinned. It's
I wanna
crazy.
So
be
she had some other edits. We said we would get it done. I'm blowing up Yomi, and then I'm getting mad that I'm blowing up Yomi because she was working doing something else. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with me over this bitch?
Mhm.
It's not even like it's a regular. When you got a regular that's upset, that's different. I'm
different.
stopping
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
This bitch
You only come here.
came to the studio to berate Wolf and T. I could hear her on the phone. I'm fucking pissed.
Yeah, I know that.
Oh,
Don't come
I'm
for my
mad.
people.
So now I'm calling 911 to like kick her out, right? But I'm in LA. So it keeps rerouting to LA 911. I'm like, I need somebody to be here right now. She's like, I don't know, you gotta Google the number. I'm like, you're 911. You Google it, I'm in a fucking emergency.
Facts. Transfer me.
I fucking called Alex. Thank God he was close by. He was with Schultz. He's like, oh my God, I'm on the way.
Yeah. He
Bruh.
ran up.
Huh?
He ran up.
Dang.
He came out the elevator
Tell me
completely
what
out of
happened because I
breath.
wasn't here.
He came up, so we were literally in the little hallway
Uh-huh.
when we were trying to talk to her, really trying to get her to go away. And by that time, Alex came upstairs, came out the elevator completely out of breath. Nigga had been running.
Yeah.
So then by the time he got here, that's when he finally got like a took
To
breath,
breathe.
and he just got gangsta on her ass real
Like, get
quick. Get the
my
fuck up out of
studio.
here. And that's what he did. He got her
Get
right
your
the fuck
money
up outta
back. You
here.
ain't even pay that much. Like,
The
hit
fuck?
the road.
Bro, she
We don't
was
want
a-
your
yo,
business.
She was a scammer. It was a whole different
Honestly,
situation.
though, like, I don't really get employee complaints. So, like, it already makes me feel away when
Right.
someone starts to do it. Like,
Have you
bitch,
ever gotten an employee complaint
Yeah,
You
two.
did?
from New York?
2 from New York.
Wow.
That's bullshit.
That
I gotta
Two.
say it.
Just two though.
2 in 2 years.
That's
Nah,
not bad,
still.
but
That's
still.
unprecedented.
That is unprecedented, but still.
Listen,
'Cause we
let me
come
not
here,
go
like-
off.
She complained. I knew that bitch was lying. What did she say about Tiana? And I knew she was lying. She
'Cause-
said something about how Tiana slammed the door. And I was like, bro, you know what? You
That don't
can't
even
see.
sound right.
That don't even sound right.
It don't even
And I
sound
was
right.
like, she
Simon.
slammed
Some
the door in
people
your
fear
face.
powerful black women.
That's a fact.
She's in charge.
That's
That's
a
the
fact.
other thing.
That's
When
the
you
thing.
defer, there's a lot of times where people
A
don't
lot of
like
people
that
don't
either.
like that.
People call me and they'll say to that, and I'm like, you need to, speak to our studio manager about that. Well, I'm talking to the owner now. Like, well, you need to speak to the studio manager. Like, I'm following protocol too. You think
Yeah.
I'm randomly booking shit without asking T? No.
Yeah, you
Right.
can't skip. You can't
Like,
skip the manager to go to the
100%
boss.
chains of command. And you know what? When people understand that, even someone that has a higher position, that's when you really win it. Like, my boss does that with me a lot.
Mhm.
He'll call me sometimes and ask me about shit that he don't need to know. You know what I'm saying? This is who I put you in charge of this. So
Right.
when I heard she slammed the door, and I didn't even tell T what the lady said. I never told her this. I was like, hey, did someone come by? And she was like, oh, yeah, I was recording. So I like peeked my head out and I said, oh, so you were recording, trying to be quiet and close the door.
Yeah.
Why would T slam the door if somebody was recording? But that's
Right.
the thing. People will try you like that. So then I could, reprimand her and you get something free? I don't give a
Like,
fuck.
yeah.
Nah,
We're
fuck
not
out of
doing
here.
that.
I would
That's
rather
corny.
lose money any day. We had a weirdo nigga in here. I don't even know if you remember him. And I was like, bro, should we stop having him come? And then I thought to myself, I'm not having the girls record with him.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
also, why am I even, if there's someone that would make a girl feel like that, why am I even letting them in here?
Right.
So
right,
then
right.
I'm like trying to figure that out. Like, there's a lot of things that I never thought in my
Damn,
life.
it really costs
It
to be
really
the
cool to
boss.
be, yeah.
you never
Weezy
think
taking us
about.
behind the curtain.
Curtains.
You never think about these things, like the
Mhm.
decisions you have to make, the clients you have to cut off. I'll break
Right.
up with a client quick if someone has a problem, you know?
Absolutely.
And I think that I have to show that
Mhm.
in order for everybody else to pay me respect. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like,
It's
I
all
have
about
to
respect.
trust you with everything.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know.
And you dealing
What
with
y'all
my
want to talk about
people.
anyway?
Yeah, word. Weezy kidnapped the
I like
whole
that.
interview. Like,
Sorry.
No, that's
nah,
good.
I love
like
it.
that.
But
That's
y'all
a real
been coming here all the
podcaster.
time.
That's
we
a real
learning some
podcaster.
shit. Yeah, we learning. So
Yeah,
I'm
facts.
happy that she was saying all of this stuff.
Facts.
We
You
learning
want
the ins and outs of
to
the
talk
business.
about like the Super Bowl and Grammys briefly, get Weezy's opinion, and go into like the interview for sure?
It's up
Or
to you.
Super Bowl.
yeah,
Wrong person. But
Yeah. Well, Rihanna performance.
I'm gonna say this.
Yeah.
That was the only Super Bowl I was the most interested in.
Okay.
Really?
I was like on edge. I don't know if it's because I was in London. I'm not trying to flex.
Mhm.
I'm just saying,
No,
like,
it's
Not
not a
flex, queen.
I was
It's
the
not a
only
flex.
American in the bar. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
So
okay.
now I'm getting hyper. Like, yeah,
That's a flex.
That's a flex.
I like
That's a
that.
flex.
I like
Only
that.
American
Real talk.
in the
I like
bar,
that.
yeah.
That's a flex.
Because y'all was doing this show out there,
sorry,
right?
niggas were here.
Because y'all was doing horrible decisions out there, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
So it
Look,
was
see?
that Sunday, and I
Across
was
the
watching
board.
it with my boy, and like we were having fun, and
That's fire.
and it was like, oh wow, like because normally people know so much more than you
Right.
as a woman watching football,
Mhm.
but like they were kind of looking at me like making jokes, like who do we root for?
Right.
I was like, well, they both got black quarterbacks. This is very important for American history. We're
They
rooting for
different
y'all.
black though. But
a
go
big
ahead.
I
difference.
wanted
black.
the Eagles to win. Oh yeah, I know.
They different
She's a
black.
big different black.
So see, this is where, and this is so dumb, stupid, small. But my
Mhm.
homegirl used to date Travis Kelce.
Uh-huh.
Oh
And
shit.
because she did, I would always see her post Patrick Mahomes' wife.
Right.
So then I kind of felt bad to repost the shit about his white wife because Shorty's my bitch. Now
Yeah.
my homegirl's black, but I was like, damn, that's your girl though. But also like, I do want to rope for the niggas.
That-
You know what
But
Hey,
Pat Mahomes' father's a nigga.
Yo,
for
yeah.
real.
After I saw that,
He's
I
a
saw that.
nigga,
Yeah,
for
he
real.
real black.
Honestly, there was
He-
no like loss.
He
in
do
that game.
barbecue. He grew up barbecue and sandals type nigga.
Yo.
Like he's that nigga.
When I saw
like
him smoking that
for real.
shit,
Smoking on the
yeah,
Eagles pack.
he smoked black
That
and
was
mild
funny.
and be on the
Eagles
grill with the open toe sandals. That's
yeah,
him.
he was dope.
Yeah.
And you know, they be trying to hide the black fathers. Naomi
Cool.
Osaka father, Haitian.
Yeah.
They hide him.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
she
all-
Japanese and Haitian.
Haitian,
Oh wait,
yeah.
I knew she was
yeah.
Haitian, but I didn't know about her
Yeah.
father being like
Father.
out in.
Yeah, he
But
around.
that makes sense.
I
They
But
love
why
must-
about
they
the
always try to
Japanese
hide the father when he's African American?
Because they want to portray that figure that he's not in the
Yeah,
kid's
he's not in the life. And she was like, nah, I like Haitian food because my
Ooh,
dad
put
takes
your
me to
cookie
Haiti.
on.
Sakpase, you know that.
Ooh, sucker fat. I love a
How did
Haitian
you feel
nigga.
about the
Oh shit.
Rihanna
Yo, hold
performance?
y'all
up. Say that
Haitian?
one more. Say that one more
I
time,
said
Queen.
sucker fat. What?
The second thing.
Fat?
Nah.
Oh, I love a Haitian nigga.
I mean, come on.
He Haitian, that's
Oh.
why.
Well,
you
I'm
heard
gonna
it
be
here.
honest
He
with
Haitian.
you.
You heard it
That's
here.
It's
Haitian
the big
niggas
zone.
got. I'm from Florida, so maybe that's why. But Haitian
That's
niggas
why I
got a
was about to say
whole
that.
on me. It's sick. Like
Hold on.
it's really bad to the point where I realized like later, like oh shit, all of like even K Tronada, like
Mhm.
I didn't realize he was Haitian.
I didn't know that.
Peace, Queen.
Son, so K Tronada I've been seeing all year. When
Shout
you
out
go
to
to like
K-Tron.
big
Mhm.
K Tronada parties, he plays like the set with like the lights and everything and like the whole like stadium shit, right?
Mhm.
Went to a spot in Brooklyn. This nigga was supposed to be on for 45 minutes. He played for 4 hours.
Oh,
And his
wow.
manager said it's because he saw some hate, like the Haitians was there with
Oh,
their flags
yeah,
and shit.
see?
He was like, he not playing for nobody else but them.
The Zoes.
But
So-
think about it, you're known as this DJ. People probably think he's white.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You playing house music and shit, which is black.
Which is black.
But like you
yeah.
walk in a spot in Brooklyn and you see Haitian niggas,
See
you
the
like,
Haitian
oh.
flag. I should have brought
The
my
Haitian
flag if I knew
flag,
Weezy
see?
was
Oh,
going to put
oh,
on.
I ain't say I was Haitian.
Nah, like she
I've
loves
had
Haitian.
that.
She loved the Zoes. Salute,
See?
Queen. Appreciate. Well, you know I'm the self-proclaimed
Hey,
big
he's the
Zoe.
big
This the
Zoe.
big
Like,
zone right here.
that's
Oh, are you?
automatic.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Oh,
is
no.
it, I think that is your Instagram thing, ain't it?
Yeah, I mean, you
He's
know.
the big.
Big Zoe.
That's the
This-
big zone right there.
Listen.
Tatted on my chest, yes, I'm a soul. Never had a problem getting.
Nah, but Weezy, man,
Did
we
you
gonna
like
take
Rihanna's
it back.
performance?
Oh, wait.
Yeah, I know a lot of people didn't, but I did.
I thought it was
I
okay.
loved
I thought
it.
it was beautiful.
For
Yeah.
what she, I mean,
I did think Jay was gonna pop out a few times.
no, I didn't. I knew it was just gonna be
Did-
her.
When she started doing Umbrella and then she did
Run This Town.
Feel It Coming.
Yeah,
Oh,
Run This
I always
Town.
hear We Are Yeah City. I
Yeah.
thought he was coming. Plus we seen him and Blue Ivy on
Mhm.
Instagram.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I know she ain't bringing out this nigga Kanye. Like I thought
Well,
about that
I
a few
thought the
times.
same thing.
I know she ain't gonna bring this nigga out.
But she paid homage though. Most of those records Kanye produced.
Yeah, she did. But I thought the stage was dope, and
Yeah.
there was a part of me that was disappointed she didn't bring anyone out. And then I said, you know what? She don't need him.
She don't need
She don't
him.
need
Yeah.
him.
And
Yo,
it made me
everybody
realize,
in
like,
London was singing the fuck out her shit too.
bet
she was,
She's
right?
a star, bro. People
Yeah.
ran in the bar
Oh,
just to
yeah.
watch her part. People
Mhm.
left when she was done.
When she
the
was done.
performance had more views in the game.
Yeah.
Wow.
Statistically.
Yeah.
Like
When people
30
watch-
million more.
Yeah.
Did y'all
30
feel like she
million.
disappointed?
I
Yeah.
didn't feel like
Yes.
she disappointed.
Yes,
No,
I thought she. I just thought
Now
it was
that
a
you know she
regular
was
Rihanna
pregnant,
performance
you felt like she
because
disappointed?
I mean I never really known Rihanna to put on that big of a show. Like when you go to her show, so I thought it was right on brand for me.
Mm.
I mean,
I
I,
thought it was
did
right
think
on
she was gonna
brand.
dance a little more. But when
Yeah,
I saw
same.
But
But
with
when
the
I thought she was
baby.
when I saw she was pregnant, I was like, oh.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's
the
what I'm
baby
saying. Like,
bump.
all right, so then it's cool. I thought
Now
it was
y'all
okay.
feel like that? How
No,
much
I
more do
felt
you
like
want
that
a
from the
woman to do?
beginning.
Nah.
No, I felt like that from the beginning.
I loved it.
Okay.
I loved
agree.
it. That's just Wolf. I loved it. From the Rihanna's like, I'm
And it made me
married,
realize,
but
like, yo, she
Rihanna,
got
my girl,
slaps.
know, like
I'm
Rihanna,
listening to her, I'm like,
like,
yo,
She
wait.
one of the ones.
Then
She
I'm like,
one
yo,
of
this
the
mad
ones.
She
song
sounded
she still
great.
could have
The
did.
stage was crazy.
I don't know
That
about
was probably one
sounded
of the
great.
best Super
I
Bowl
mean, you lost
stages.
me there. It sounded great part, but okay.
Oh, you didn't think so?
I don't think she sounded great. She don't ever really sound great to me.
Nah, come
personally.
on, man.
And I
That's
love
real.
Rihanna.
Speak your truth, King.
And I love Rihanna, but like she been in it how long? Like she got to get her live vocal lessons up just a little bit more.
Who you comparing her to?
You can
though?
respect that. That's respectable. If you
Come
can listen,
on, if you a live
listen to
singer,
her
like, come
perform,
on.
if you listen to Rihanna
Yeah.
perform, then you know it's like
You
she's
know.
But
not
she's
the strongest,
dancing
like-
too,
Okay,
though.
see-
But I'm not putting like
Not to bring Beyonce
because
into
Faith
the situation.
Evans used to have problems, but then she got better when you go see her live. Mary J.
Faith Evans-
Blige and
okay,
all of them,
see,
but
I was about to
Rihanna
bring
is
somebody
still-
into this, but it's not.
Rihanna is still kind of on the shaky side.
I'ma do it.
So
But like y'all, everybody knows I love this nigga
mhm.
to the point where now we friends because I love him that much, right? I'm a huge Brent Faiyaz fan.
Oh my God.
Now hold on.
I like Brit Fryers too.
I don't like when people start going off about the singing and shit because to me, I'm like,
His singing is okay.
are we listening to Luther Vandross?
That's
bro?
what I'm
Like,
saying. Like people
this
trying
nigga's
to.
talking about hoes. Like, what are y'all talking about? This nigga's a vibe. Like the music is good.
No, the music
Stop.
is good, but
And
sometimes
that's when critiques get too much. Sometimes what? Rihanna's music is the shit.
no, it is a shit.
Brent's
But
music is the shit.
Her music is the shit.
But
You're
then
But
right.
people want
live,
to like pull
The
you
recording is the shit.
yeah, but live she just got to get better. Like that's all.
It's a little work.
Yeah, that's a little work. What's wrong with
What do
that?
y'all want her to do?
Sound better
Practice.
live.
I
Yeah,
listen, I love
Sound
Rihanna,
better
man.
live.
It's crazy. I love Rihanna.
too.
There'll be no Rihanna slander around me.
Can
No
you
Chris
sing?
Brown
No, I
slander.
can't.
Oh.
I can't. But
Oh.
I'm just saying, when you go see somebody like
We over here doing a fucking podcast. You talking about this bitch you can't sing
when
on the goddamn
when you go
tour.
see somebody like Beyonce who's dancing and doing all that and singing and sounding
See,
like the
that is
record.
your
But I'm
problem.
not putting her to that. But I'm
You
just saying
are,
this
though.
other. I'm just
We
using her
gotta
as an
stop
example.
doing that shit because
You're right.
you know what? I thought a little bit about that in the moment. I was like, well, Beyonce did this, and I'm like,
No, it's not that she. It's just that she's.
no,
she sounds good
Beyonce's
singing
our
live.
pinnacle, bro. And we gotta stop because we do that Michael Jackson shit, we do that Jay-Z shit.
That
Beyonce
is true.
cannot be the pinnacle.
Weezy got the Basquiat crown. She really do love the Zoes.
this whole
Yeah.
thing is
Yeah.
Basquiat sleep.
Yeah, yeah.
See?
But
That's real.
on some real shit though, I
know what
really
you're saying.
think I catch myself doing this so much. Do you know what I said after I watched Black Panther, The Wakanda
What?
Forever?
What?
Woman King was better. And I was like, why
I
the
mean,
fuck
it
am I-
was though.
But why am I doing that?
I mean,
Now I don't think that you're comparing.
comparing it. Just
like,
like it was a better
I
movie.
was comparing it because
women
I didn't
Oh.
say
and women
Coming
like.
to America. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Mhm.
thinking.
Nah, I feel that. I feel
'Cause
that
they're
you're
kinda on the
self-aware
same
in that
lane.
sense. But I mean, that's what it's comparison, not putting against each other. We
Right.
could still compare.
Yeah,
You feel me? Like
they don't gotta
I
necessarily
like
be against each
Jordan,
other.
but I think LeBron statistically is a better basketball
That's actually
player.
a fair. That's
yeah,
fair.
because I didn't say I didn't like
Rihanna,
Rihanna.
Beyonce,
I love
like-
Rihanna. I'm a
The times we living in, you can no longer compare or have an opinion, like especially because we're pro-black. But I could say like horrible decisions is better than this. Like I'm
So
not
this is
pinning
gonna
two women
sound
against
really
each other.
Fucked up now.
what? I
LeBron
like fucked up
and
shit.
Mike, I get why people argue about that.
Mhm.
I don't think Beyonce is like touchable.
Okay,
Yeah, she's not. Tough.
Oh,
she's not
okay.
such- okay.
Whereas
that's
I,
fair.
I think when you come basketball numbers, there's like
Mhm.
metrics and
Yeah,
shit.
statistics.
I don't think anybody, and I really like Rihanna.
no,
Me
I
too.
really like Rihanna
I
too.
don't
Like,
think that Beyonce's comparable.
She's on another
yeah,
pinnacle,
she's
and
on the
that's
pinnacle,
okay.
and that's okay. Yeah,
It's fine.
I'm
You're
not
not,
saying
you,
we're-
I
Like
love
I've
black
been in the
women.
club
Like
and seen Rihanna.
yeah.
She's just not. I'm not saying she's a normal person, but like
Yeah. No, point made. Just by
Rihanna been
saying
in
that.
this building.
Yeah,
You know what
point
I'm
Yeah.
saying?
made. Just by saying that.
Like if you really think about that shit, not saying Rihanna could walk the earth free,
You're right.
but like that bitch was at the box. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, but that also makes me like her more.
Yeah,
Same. I
she
think,
seemed more real.
but I
She
do
seemed-
think that like, what if you are out of this world, Beyonce?
Right.
Like, what if you are? Like, you can't. Jay-Z said something to a person that I know, and I hope this is true because niggas be lying.
Niggas do be
But I
lying.
do
Exclusive?
think
She
they are
right.
they definitely know each other.
Mhm.
But he
Okay.
said Jay-Z told him that one of his favorite things to do was go out. And now when he goes out, he's in a fishbowl. And that like all eyes are on him.
Yeah, that's.
And it's
kinda-
not the same. You can't go out and just hang anymore. Like
Right.
it's really just small parties with your friends
Yeah.
because
Mhm.
otherwise, like you're literally being you're the
Yeah.
the
LeBron
party.
said the same thing. I
Yeah.
wish I could go to Target.
Yeah.
He said that.
Really?
LeBron
Yeah,
said that.
LeBron said that. Yeah, recently.
He's like, yo, sometimes I wish I could just run to Target, grab boxes, grab whatever. Like,
I was
can't.
at Bootsy Bellows in LA, and one of my friends like does some stuff for the Lakers, and so I knew like not Russell Westbrook. There's another nigga. I don't know his name. But anyway, I'm thinking about Russell Westbrook because one of my homegirls does honor the gift.
Nice.
Anyway, we were there, and so they came in. And I maybe met LeBron twice now. I work for a dude that's super cool with him.
Okay.
And so I saw him again, waved, said hi. And he looked like he was about to have fun. And then he was like seeing his friends and saying hello. And he was just chilling with his boys.
Yeah.
Turns. And you see that whole, like, all of the club looking at you.
Yeah.
And he was like immediately gone. I think he stayed for 5 minutes.
See?
Mhm.
Like,
And I remember thinking, like, damn, that nigga was just
happy.
he wasn't with no bitch. He was just
yeah,
chilling.
yeah. He
Like,
was
what
just
can
chilling.
you do?
Yeah.
Like,
Nothing.
it was like, oh my God. Like,
Everybody's
you cannot
just-
Yo,
have fun.
Weezy, come on. I got some questions for you, right?
Yeah.
I got some questions. I love
gonna
that we
get the big
breaking
red
bread. I
boots?
love how personable you are. You've been that way from the first time I met you.
Thank
when I
you.
came for the Black Entrepreneurship link up to tell you how great your staff was,
See,
right?
thank you for saying that because it was really just a WTF happy hour. Niggas
I
said,
love how you did
Black
that. I love how you did that.
entrepreneurship. Hey, we said, hey man, these niggas be spending money. Should we give them free drinks? That's what it was.
He said the Black Entrepreneurship link up.
Yeah,
I
that's a
love it.
fact. I
love that.
met 25
Networking.
and over. I met so much people there.
Yeah.
And it was a vibe. I got to tell you how great your staff is. Because I'm a man of honor. I live and die by that.
Yeah,
My
principles.
father, principles, morals, integrity.
All that.
That's me. I'm
Damn, I
intense.
feel like
You
you
got
about to
more
fight
than
me
me.
about
Nah,
You got a
but
lot of this shit.
so
That's
I
more than
gotta
me.
honor, bitch.
Nah. You a queen, but I wanted to tell you how great your people are because you
Thank
gave
you,
them
they
the
are.
opportunity,
Facts.
and I can't tell you that through text. It don't feel the same.
It
I gotta
doesn't.
look you in your eyes
It doesn't.
Yeah.
and tell you. You feel me? But with all that, I also want to know a little bit about the boss and why these people value working for you. So I'm gonna just go back to your upbringing. You feel me?
Okay.
Like as a child, like you ain't gotta go too far back because I know you a celebrity and we pressed on time.
Oh God.
But like you know your upbringing, how things were for you.
It's
Yeah.
interesting because my upbringing is like, so I grew up with money and then didn't have it.
Okay.
Okay.
So grew up rich. It's funny because one of my
Nice.
earliest memories, born in San Francisco, then we moved to Miami. That's the Florida come up. But
Okay.
my mom, like I'd have sometimes drivers take me to school. Like my parents had mad bread.
Okay.
And then we moved to Orlando. My dad used to own like camera stores and like antique shops and stuff. And then that business obviously faded when the camera phone came out.
Of course.
But I remember like having a lot of money to becoming middle class a little
Mhm.
bit.
Mhm.
And then I know also how that sounds, having money to become middle class. Like middle class is a place where a lot of people wish they could be.
Yeah.
Facts.
But like dead ass, that was just a shift, right? Now I think around like 12 is when I knew my parents like were starting to like fight about money. We had a second home in Miami and that got foreclosed. And I remember my parents would fight about it a lot.
Mm.
And then right around 15, 16 was when like maybe there was like a stock market crash or some shit, a recession.
Mhm.
But prom, I wanted a dress. My mom couldn't buy it. She pawned something. And that's when I was like, oh, damn, we ain't rich.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Damn.
You know what I mean? And I
Yeah,
remember
you
she
was
pawned
honest.
something. And I was like, and I remember she took a piece of her jewelry off for it. And like my mom obviously had.
Mother's love.
Mhm.
Yeah. And like, I don't think she knew that I knew what she was doing, but that was very scary. So then my dad had a stroke and couldn't work anymore. And my parents just lost it. So what's also interesting with Horrible, I knew Mandy at like 16, 15.
Oh.
Okay.
And then we reconvened at like 24 years old. So
Okay.
Mandy didn't know my life between that time.
Mhm.
Mandy almost assumed that I was still like probably this like hoity-toity rich bitch.
Okay.
When by the time Mandy met me, like I was taking care of my parents and still do. So my life
God
really,
bless.
really changed. And I think maybe that's why I have a lot of humility because who knows? Maybe I would have never been a nice person.
If you was always growing up with the silver spoon, you
I
saying
mean,
like,
I don't know. My mom is a really good person. Like there's
Mhm.
something I think that actually made me who I am a little bit.
Mhm.
My parents got in a fight and my mom was like, we're going to a hotel. I remember she said that. And we did. We stayed at a hotel for like 2 days and I was having mad fun. And she wanted to go to Winn-Dixie or whatever store to get something. My dad cut her card off and she had $50 in cash.
Mm.
And there was a lady before us that couldn't pay for her food. And my mom told me to put stuff back. And I was like, why? You don't know her? I said something like that. My mom slapped me and gave the lady the money.
Mhm.
And
Queen.
and told me in the car, like, this is a moment. Like, we're going to figure it out.
Right.
Like she said something like that. Like, you know, like this is just a moment in our lives. Like she needs it more than us. And you need to learn that other people need things more than you.
Oh, that's
That
noble.
taught
That's
me
a
a lot.
lesson.
Mhm.
It is a lesson.
A lot of
Because
people
when
don't
you're a
have
kid,
that.
you're bratty.
Right.
And I'm just, and it's true. Like, I'm like,
Mhm.
fucking know this bitch. And now that's 100% me. Like,
Nah.
I mean, all the time. I'm the
Yeah.
over tipper now.
Yeah,
I'm
that's,
constantly giving people bread. But I think it's because I know I'm having it in abundance. And don't get me wrong, it's not like I got crazy, crazy bread.
Right.
But I know I'm not going to miss an extra $20 for a waitress now.
Mhm.
Whereas before I would have. So,
Right.
I
That
mean,
makes sense.
yo, it's crazy because the dude that I'm dating right now on our first date, and I don't even think he did it as a flex. He talked about how he didn't have bread and how he, you know, started making money and he can't believe how much money he makes. And he left. We were at the Cheesecake Factory. Yes, that's where we went on first date. Real niggas do real things.
Facts.
And he left the girl a big tip and she ran off behind us.
Mhm.
And he didn't say anything about it. And I was like, wow, like that's the type of person I hope I am. You know what I mean? For someone to look up, damn, thank you. Like I love
Right.
when people do that to me. Then I know I did
Did
something
your
right.
part.
That
He
feels
matched your energy.
yeah, he did. And he didn't
Salute.
even know that was my energy. But that
Salute.
feels really good.
Mhm.
And I think that those are from those moments of my upbringing. So, and it's funny because we were talking about inflation. We opened our next studio in inflation, and Alex and I talked about like giving raises during inflation.
Mhm.
And that was like something that felt really good. And of course, doing it again, we want to like do it every year.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's what people
good.
deserve.
Yeah.
You can't grow a business without letting their pockets grow too.
Facts.
So I want to like make sure that I keep that up. Cause like I'm definitely humble, but don't get me wrong. Sometimes I don't.
Listen.
Listen.
Sometimes you gotta pop your shit. It's
when
all
we
right.
was in
You
London,
got
they
to.
put us in this hotel, y'all.
That's what I wanted to ask you. How was the London live show? How was that
The
crowd
live show
over
was
there?
amazing. The fans were great. Boy,
Got
they had me
fans
in a
in
piece
London.
of shit. Let me show y'all what this looked like.
Weezy said they had me in a piece
What you
of
mean
shit.
they do the piece of shit?
Nah,
Not
Son, this
y'all.
hotel, you saw it?
They do that sometimes. It made me think of when y'all was in Philly and they had y'all in the little trailer joint.
Oh, don't even
For
start.
the
It
Look at this
happens.
hotel. This was
Maiden.
the gym. Do you see this?
that was the gym?
I almost threw up in my mouth. I was.
Nah, they can't put come on, they can't
Get
put
the fuck
y'all
out of here.
in.
And this hotel on Google talking about 5 stars, 5 out of 10. Bro, Mandy called me and she was like, I know that I'm not as bad as you. And if I think this is bad, this is going to be bad. Bro, I showered with my socks on. It was so bad.
nah.
I was so upset. But let me just say, even when I was broke, I wasn't fucking in no hotels that look like this. And I keep it a buck with you, like, bro, I got a Marriott discount off of some Horrible Decisions listeners. So I'll be at the Ritz for $100. Bet you my motherfucking ass be on there like, I don't give a fuck. Hell no. I'd have been on Hotel Tonight so fast, but I said, let me just not act like I'm above these niggas. They're so happy for us to be here. Oh, it was disgusting. It was ugly. It was so bad. Anyway, that's where I'm not humble.
That's why you know.
I'm not humble on a flight either. But they don't have nothing to do
Oh
with
yeah,
it.
Weezy be in first class
But-
every flight. I be
Every
liking
flight.
that shit. Like,
First
go ahead,
I
Queen.
do it every time.
Go
I
ahead,
can.
Queen.
She like,
And you
I'm
know-
not flying with you peasants.
Bro, someone wrote me.
peasants?
I
Get
said,
outta
I
here.
love going to the front and being like, oh, excuse me. And some nigga said, wow, you still getting on the plane at the same time? I'm actually not. They serve champagne in the beginning, and that's what I like to have.
Like,
That is the one thing when I was getting money that I wanted. You know what I'm saying? I
Listen.
really wanted that shit. And don't get me wrong, when I don't post it, it's because the first class is too high. But that
You be
shit.
in the
She
regular.
honest.
She be in the regular with the
She
regular
honest.
folks like this.
Nah, I be in
this,
Delta Comfort
hoodie on.
Relax. I be in Delta Comfort.
Delta Comfort.
And you know what's crazy? I
Not
always get
Spirit, the
recognized when I ain't
Frontier?
in first class. That's what I don't like. Why bitches know me when I'm back here? Fuck her now. Now I'm sitting here in 15J next to you. Damn.
15J.
But you in
Alex's,
Spirit or Frontier? Look, she said.
no. But last time I took a Spirit flight, it was Alex's
Come on,
birthday, and I
see?
was in Orlando. My birthday, we're only one day apart. I'm the 17th, he's 18th.
Okay.
So I wanted to spend my birthday. Damn, was that my last birthday with my grandmother? Yeah. I wanted to go and fly and be with her on my birthday. We had mad fun at the nursing home. So the next day, I said, let me surprise him. Orlando to Miami, it was only Spirit.
Oh, that's 30 minutes.
Come on.
Boy, did I know 10 niggas on that flight. Oh, and the worst part about it was some girl said, damn, Weezy, what you doing out here? bitch.
But you rich though.
Well,
What you
let me
mean?
tell
What you
I don't
doing?
get Uber Black from the airport because it's too expensive. But I said, oh man, too many niggas. Don't
Yeah,
do this.
facts.
I can't do this.
Nah, I got you.
Yo, but honestly, like,
Listen,
I'm gonna be real with you. When I need it, like the Spirit flights, if we're being real, they be really hiking that shit up. You gotta add the bag, you gotta add this, you gotta add that.
that's the
I'm
thing.
sorry.
Word.
A Spirit
Yeah.
flight that's 100 and Delta's 280. I swear they come to the same shit.
Same
Facts.
shit.
It's
Yeah.
ridiculous how
That's
they
how they
fucking
make their
get
money.
people.
Money, yeah.
Bro,
That's how they
I be
make their
coming to the
money.
airport and I'll see people like they get you at the gate. That shit is so fucked up. Bitch, if I'm flying for $40, you think I got 50 for the bag?
Right.
Hell no, I've been
Come
through it.
on.
So
No,
Anyway.
it's okay when you get some money. It's okay to do nice things
Nah,
and
that's a
splurge.
fact.
that's
You
the
wanna
thing I
have money,
wanted
like,
when I was getting money. First class.
we be-
Take care of my parents in first class.
Yeah, people be trying to shame you for having fun with you. Nah, get your money up too. Don't get your hate up. Get your money up.
Hello.
You feel me?
I do like
it's
eating a
out
lot
here.
out.
Yeah.
That's my getting money
Listen,
flex.
I need to get money too because I like to pay for convenience. That's my thing. Like if I got money, I'll pay for convenience.
Son, you ever look at
Like,
Uber Eats and you
I
like,
hate
damn,
being
should I
an
just walk?
inconvenience. Like you got to take a bus or a train. Like if I got the money, and I'm gonna take the Uber, the cab, whatever.
Cabs
Like,
be expensive
yeah,
too.
cabs can. But if I can afford it and for convenience,
You know what I take
I'll
the
do
train
it.
every time? To JFK.
To
I don't-
JFK, yeah, to JFK definitely.
I take it to Newark. I fly out of Newark.
Oh, you follow nowhere?
Yeah, I take the
Okay,
to
now
New Jersey
see,
trains.
that's too many.
Yeah, that's a little bit. That's a
There
lot.
is too many trains on that, but
That's a lot.
that flight do like the Uber do be high sometimes, and I'll be like,
Yeah.
let me get this Uber
Got the
saver.
cab train and shit. It's
Yeah,
like-
got a
Son.
Penn Station, all that.
Oh my god, that's why I don't book flights out of there. Whenever I look at Newark, I say, "Is $100 less?
Yeah.
I'm gonna pay for it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pay
Convenient.
for it in
Yeah.
transport. It's
You see?
terrible."
So Weezy, you brought up Alex, right? When we were in the transitional period looking for a new studio, I'm gonna be honest. When I saw WTF, the first thing I told my girl, I said, "Babe, I can't afford this. Like, that's something I gotta break out of."
Yeah.
Really? Because
Good-
we're like
No,
competitive.
before I saw anything. All I
Oh.
saw was the Instagram.
Yeah.
And I
He
saw
seen the celebrities. So
celebrities
his
on
mind, he was
sitting
like,
right here
he's like, we can't afford this without them actually looking.
without actually looking. And that's something I gotta work on.
Yeah.
Like, and I've been working on it. Like,
You're already you're like down, like
downplaying myself, right? And that's the shit about one negative thing about being Haitian. Like, we're very big. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Mm.
That ideology hindered me a little bit in my upbringing. I'm happy I broke out of it. Found a woman that I thought I wasn't worthy for. And now I'm like, yo, you gonna be my wife. That's gonna happen. Like, I started to know myself. So when I saw the WTF, I'm like, thank you, brother. I'm like, yo, we can't afford this,
That's
yo.
dope.
Then I clicked the link and I'm like, wait, this is the same shit we paying now,
It's
just
4 of us.
100
We're-
times
and it's
better.
4 of us.
And
Why
it's
you
4
can't
of us.
afford this? Like
At the time.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and then when I saw it, I was like, yo, we gotta go there. Came here, it was perfect. But the one thing that really got me wasn't the prices. It said for podcasters by podcasters.
Yeah, that was important.
Oh, our FUBU.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know
was
that
important.
actually like, Wolf knows we were told and got offered some money to basically open a third studio, but like the stipulation was that we raise our prices, and it was like, bro, how we gonna be to like day one stay down like. And then I even said for a second, okay, well, if you did, how do we even work the system to where everyone else who was paying the price keeps it? And then I'm like, bro, it is literally for podcasters by podcasters.
Right.
I think about how much I used to spend, how I needed Patreon to like pay for video and shit like that.
Mhm.
Like, it's so fucked up to just start taxing niggas once you do well.
Right.
And to be honest with you, I don't know why I just thought about this, but that's kind of why I like those Telfar type brands. Yeah, it's
Mhm.
like hard to get the bag, but like
But
Beyonce wore it and it's still only $150.
Yeah.
that's great.
Yeah.
Like that's fire. You just
Yeah,
gonna
that's
have people
fire.
come, regardless. So don't get me wrong. Like when we get new cameras, it's because like an Amazon or someone comes in here and spends 20, 30 G's and once we're like, hey, we can reinvest this. But
Mhm.
we are not here because of like, it's this podcaster that's every week. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
so I can't forget that. And when we asked T, because she was in front of the investor and they were inquiring about, well, how many people are the person that spends like $100? She's like,
Right.
half of everybody. So what'd you do? Wipe them out?
Right.
Like that shit is crazy. And honestly, it taught me so much and it really came back right in my brain. I was sitting in the LA studio and this girl paid $60 for a session for audio. That's the cheapest we could have,
Mhm.
which to be honest, we really make no money on because of what we pay the engineers. It's like a wash for us. It's
Yeah.
wasting time. But at
Right.
the same time, you will grow and you'll get to the video. So that's why I'm down for it.
Right.
The girl was sitting there. She was like, oh, thanks so much for having me. She goes, you know, I work for XYZ company and they actually need to rent out like an audio space for audiobooks for like maybe 2 weeks. But you guys don't do that, right? Oh, of course we do.
Of course
Yeah.
we do.
Now she does what brings us all this money in, and she was that one client. Like it's
$60.
gonna come back. You know what I'm
Full
saying?
circle.
So you gotta like make sure you stay down, like
Mhm.
for real. Like, and that's like something I keep in my brain all the time.
And
So-
we appreciate
And we
that.
appreciate
Thank
Yeah.
that because that's really
Because
helpful
think
to
about
us.
it, when y'all are making hella ad money, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Yeah, maybe you could afford to pay more, but at the same time, you already paid your dues at that point.
you. Yeah.
Why not pocket some of that money? Like,
Facts. Facts.
Yeah.
And we're here every week.
Yeah, damn
Like,
near
this- I
almost
live
every
here.
week.
I live
Damn-
here.
damn
Facts.
near.
Like I built genuine relationships with everyone. Everyone know Chief.
Fact.
Yeah.
Like everyone know my squad. You know what I'm saying? But that's because of your people and your service. So it goes back to Alex, right? You and Alex. How'd you guys meet? Like y'all been best friends, sisters, brothers? Like
Alex was filming video for Horrible. Mandy brought him in.
okay.
He was like Horrible Decisions Needs video, so he was the first person that did our video. Shit, to be honest, if Alex was doing it's funny because he said to me one time, like, he was trying to give me a YouTube tip, and this was recent, like maybe last few weeks. He was like, nigga, if I was still doing your video, you know how fucking big Horrible would be? And I was like, that's true. And I was like, but will we even like be where we are?
Yeah.
Maybe
Mm.
maybe you needed to leave so
So
you
y'all
could
could-
be here
Yeah.
to learn this. Like maybe
and like you said
Horrible wouldn't
earlier,
have made
so
him
you can
grow.
learn too. So you could grow on yourself and learn.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, like I have to realize that. Like I think about that so much because I love everybody here so much. I'm like, one day somebody gonna leave, and what am I gonna do? But it's like I gotta clap for you and throw you a party, bro.
Yo, for real.
You know what I'm saying? Jordan got an
Facts.
animation job. She was a girl who works here, and it's like
Mm.
I remember her feeling scared to tell me. And I would hate that feeling because I hated telling my bosses when I had to leave.
Really?
Oh, that's the worst. I hate asking for time off, and I hate quitting.
That's something we got to talk about. Why do they make it feel bad for us to like be calling out or to take time off? Like, why do people like? I'm afraid to call out. The
Bro,
company
I
might.
don't know. That's why
We
I
need
kind
to
of like how
stop
niggas
that.
govern themselves here. Like they be like, "Hey, I figured out who gonna take my shifts, and da 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 da. All right, what I'm gonna do?"
Weezy said, I let them govern themselves
Nah,
here.
for
That's
real,
a cool
'cause
boss.
We talked about that last time. Like, you be afraid. Like, yo, I don't
Like,
want to
you
call
gonna save
out.
the
like,
Oh
company
my
syndrome.
god, bro! I used to be so scared. And
Not no
who was
more.
it that I think T did a hip hop show or something. What'd she do?
Mhm,
She
yeah.
hosted a show, and we didn't have anyone to cover someone on Friday.
Yep.
And Alex was like, "What the fuck? Why is everybody off on this one day?" And I was like, "Damn, T got a show." And it was so funny because we was on the phone. He goes, "God damn, these niggas getting along." But that's what you want, man.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So it's funny, but it's just like that's what it should be. But no, we should never feel bad for that shit. Like honestly, you earned that shit. You deserve that shit. Like I don't know, but people make me feel like that too. I hate when a boss make me feel bad for taking time off. Ugh.
yeah.
I ain't even got to ask you why you left your job because Trap read your article on News Weekly, I believe.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
we know
yeah.
about your
Yeah.
story. Congrats on that. Taking that leap of faith and
Yeah,
going
she left
into
her six. She was saying like people were like, how would you leave your 6-figure job to go and jump into this? But like sometimes you got to make that leap.
I was making a good amount of money too. I was
Yeah.
making like at that point, I ain't even gonna lie, maybe like maybe I was in the 175 area.
Damn.
And I remember thinking like, well,
'Cause
maybe I
any-
can just fuck some niggas and we can like balance it out. But I just knew that if I didn't let go, I really felt like I could make that money again. I just did.
Yeah.
I was like, man, I still do. I said that shit on the Breakfast Club. I was like,
Yeah.
bro, I'll go back to office job so quick. I don't give a fuck. I don't care.
Yeah.
Shit, right now, me working for half working for Audible, like I'll be answering to somebody. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, I don't think anything is wrong with having a boss.
A boss or
That's
answer
Damn,
to
important.
that's
somebody.
deep. Thank you for
And
saying
answer to
that.
somebody.
Because everyone wants to
Im-
take that risk and
Son,
like
Be
with
a
no
boss.
Entrepreneur
backup plan.
culture is so toxic.
Facts.
Mm.
It's just it's really really toxic for us. Like I'll be
Mhm.
honest with you, I don't like
Speak
this
on
pressure.
it. Speak on it.
I think about all the time. Like, what were you and Yomi telling me about some shit you didn't like the other day?
Speak on it.
Some
for
shit that
real.
happened at the studio. And I was like, oh my God, I don't know what to do.
Nah, that was valid though.
That was.
Yeah.
And they were right. And I'm like, damn, now I'm the wrong one. And I didn't think about something this way. And like, by the way, I ain't do nothing wrong. It was some shit that happened. But anyway, you know, they were like expressing a grievance at work. And there's two things happening. How amazing is it that they could talk to me like this?
Mm-hmm.
Then the second thing happened is like, oh my God, it's on me. I don't like that. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
that's a lot of fucking pressure. Because in my brain, all I want to do is make everybody that works here happy.
Yeah.
So it's like, when you can clock out your 9 to 5 and not give a fuck, that's a, bruh. Whenever them niggas act like we need to do more shit, I'll be like,
when you the boss, people don't know a lot comes with it. Like you never stop working, and that's what people jump into it thinking they're gonna get instant financial gain and they're gonna get this and that, and they don't understand it's a lot of work.
It is,
and they don't want to understand that. And so that's why a lot of people
I want to
quit.
give niggas health insurance. I think about that.
Yeah.
I think about the stake in the company.
Health insurance,
like seriously, we're not there yet. But I'm like, okay, once we get there, like that's like $20,000-$30,000 a year,
bro. That's a real leader.
But you have to really think. If I don't, what would be advantageous for them to leave? Benefits,
401k,
something like
so
that.
So how do I like get to this point where like I have people that are down forever? Like that shit is like really fucking scary.
Right.
When I figured out that shit was 30, 50 for the year, I said, I hope them niggas don't slip and fall.
Nah, that's love. But
that's
she think like
that's. But you have to. That is actually when like. Now you're, you know what I'm saying? And I think about ways that I can make more money outside of WTF to make it go there. It's like, that shit too much. I don't like it.
Nah, but you're doing a great job at it.
You are doing a great job.
We're trying. And honestly, this is like a startup in a way, which also is kind of weird because I feel like when I would work for a job where they ain't have shit together, I'd be like, I don't give a fuck about these niggas. But everybody knows like we're gonna get there. Like they feel that. And so that part, having faith in that
investment.
Yes. Because we see so many different types of movies and documentaries about employees investing in shit and them motherfuckers fuck you over.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They let you go, they turn you into a fucking robot, they'll downsize you, they'll hire somebody, get rid of you, they treat you like you're disposable. I don't really like that attitude actually.
Yeah.
Because you come from corporate America.
Yes.
So you know how to maneuver around it.
That's it. But I know that feeling of feeling replaceable. I don't like that. At the same time, and you know what's funny? Someone once told me, you have to watch how you talk about how much you owe. They wrote me this in a story. Your team. Like you would have been who you are regardless. Like you give that a lot of power. And I'm like,
it's not giving it power. It's more like a respect thing.
It's gratitude.
Gratitude.
I said, what you think he's gonna do? Be outside picketing, bro? Like, what's the worst that could come from the abundance of love?
Yeah.
So that attitude is also interesting to me too, because a lot of people, when they said that to me, that person does make more money than me.
But you want to know the difference between you and that person? Your upbringing. Some people have that spoon in their mouth forever. You lost it and came back.
You know what it's like.
When they lose it, they're going to die.
That's true.
You know what it's like to hit rock bottom, basically, and have to go through that and then get it back.
Right.
That's the true definition of a hustler.
And the only reason you got it back is because of your spirit.
Thank you.
Your character.
I agree.
That person lose it all. Who going to help them? They ain't show love to nobody.
That we don't think about that. You know what I mean? About like your character really taking you through.
It does.
Yeah.
Good people have good shit happen to them.
Just being nice gets you a long way. I noticed that. Even about like just being nice.
Likability is underrated.
Nice, like just being nice to the person in the store, everything like goes a long way. And people don't understand that.
I was with my boy Vinny when we were in Vinny is also our tour manager. He's my best friend and Haitian.
Salute, Vinny Sakpasi.
We go to this club called Ministry of Sound. It's a very it's known for like their music collective. It's been open like 30 years. So nigga on Instagram say he gonna put me on the list. And I get to the door, I'm not on the list.
Damn.
And I was super calm. I was like, it's cool. She was like, well, I gotta ask your promoter, I gotta ask this. And I'm like, I do what you gotta do, girl. I was like, I'm not in a rush. I know you got people to get to. Like, you'll come back to me. Genuinely, I wasn't even trying to like overdo it. Cause you know you'd be really nice to the doorman.
Yeah.
2 minutes later, she just sees me and Vinny off to the side. We're chill. And she was like, I really don't know if it's going to happen. I was like, it's cool. Don't worry about it. Like, I appreciate it. I opened my Uber app. And she goes, you know what? Come in here. And she was like, y'all are nice. You don't have a fucking attitude. Come in here.
Just being nice.
Come in here.
And I was like, damn. She was probably waiting for me to be like, I'll tell her.
Because he probably used to that.
Son, but that ruins your energy.
Exactly.
Too. Now I'm going to be hype in a car, fucked up to go to the next bar. When instead, I could just be with my friend going to another spot.
Yeah.
But that niceness when people get amped up like that, I don't rate that shit, bro. I don't like that shit. When people do that to me, it makes me so anxious. Like, I just always think things are gonna work out. Even in death, I think things are gonna work out.
That's how I am too. Like, I don't really like to get into too much confrontation. So like, just being cool and chill. Like, that's it.
Because what's the point?
What's the point? Yeah, you getting riled up for what?
And it's also very like when men start to do it, and y'all know this, as men who can collect yourselves. It's just like someone might end up dying, but also like you look like an asshole a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Like you look kind of silly. You know when niggas start like screaming in the street, and you're like, bro, it's Friday. Like everybody was working this weekend.
Yeah, stop screaming.
Like, we tired, bro.
We
like,
chilling. Like,
bro,
we came to chill.
Yeah.
I live in the Lower East Side, so I see a lot of people out because I'm walking my dog, right? And if I take my dog for a long walk, I'm gonna pass pianos and all that shit. Oh my God.
Fight every night.
Them niggas love to fight, bro. Yo, what is it? Don't get me wrong. I like to fight too, but like it's like they like yelling for everybody to look.
Yeah.
And that shit is terrifying.
Attention seeking. We live in an attention seeking era. Everything is for attention.
TikTok.
Content.
Content
over everything.
They be faking the fights on TikTok.
Yes,
now.
content over everything.
Y'all got TikTok?
Nah.
I hate that shit.
Content over everything.
The podcast got a TikTok, but my girl
WTF
run
Media
it.
has a TikTok.
Yeah, but not
We
personal.
sellouts, but it's kind of
Nah, y'all need that. Like, what I'm gonna do on TikTok?
I'm
a grown ass man. Like the podcast, we'll post clips.
Do you think it works?
It does.
Okay,
it does.
The clips are getting traction.
Yeah, we got a clip
but
on there.
Are we turning over? Like, are they looking at the clip? And I don't mean this as disrespect. I'm really curious at how TikTok works. People say they got 1 million views of something on TikTok, and I'm like, but did they click on the show?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the point.
Because if I'm in TikTok, if I'm loving a clip, I'm just gonna go to another TikTok clip.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. How do you get that person to go to YouTube?
I'm not on TikTok. I'm not familiar.
It's like Instagram.
Is it?
Yeah, are you gonna click on YouTube?
Yeah. It's like OnlyFans?
OnlyFans girls are actually the only ones that have made me think it works because they're like, I'll post something and dudes want to then pay for it.
Yeah,
but with TikTok specifically, the numbers of like views are so much higher than Instagram.
Yeah.
So that's what makes me think like, then what does that mean? I just don't know.
I don't know what that means yet either when I see that.
I mean, you get paid from it. It's a lot, though. It's a lot.
Oh, you get paid from it. That's right. I think that the best way to grow podcast brands, like grow podcast numbers, is to have other podcasters on. That's the advice. I mean, just like you are right now.
Doing this a solid now.
When you are like bringing the big TikToker on there, their audience is on TikTok. Right. Why am I gonna watch? People are used to, and I'm not like saying this trying to toot my horn.
Nah.
But like people are used to watching me for an hour.
Okay.
So if you're already watching a podcast for an hour and I'm on another podcast for an hour, you'll probably watch it.
Yeah.
But like, if I have a TikToker on and I'm trying to bring their demo on, why are they going to sit on YouTube for an hour?
They're not.
Because they only watch YouTube 20 seconds.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why it's a very interesting and weird thing.
Weezy like business analysis right there. Like, that's corporate talking.
How are you like taking in the person? I've got so many girls I follow for beauty and skin tips. But I don't know if I'd watch them on a TV show. Okay. But I'm definitely on their feed for the other shit. Right. People are consuming me in longer formats, which also may be why I don't really cross over to some brand partnerships well.
Which is fine, because we live in this area where everything is just 30 seconds, 20 seconds. It's like, bruh. Yeah. You don't really get the chance to internalize or really see things. Everything is just fast and then you forget about it. Like, let's really see and watch it and get to know it.
I finally got my first real look recently. I got an Adidas campaign. And when Adidas hit
clap
me,
it up.
A listener of Horrible Decisions who fucking works for them.
Clap it up.
But here's the interesting part. I was like, wow, I'm going to do an Adidas ad. Get on the Zoom call. Not that I'm mad about it. I'm like, glad to work with the brand.
The new Weezy 4 is coming soon.
Series. It was an Adidas YouTube series. Still had the photos, still got to promote the Sambas or whatever, but I was like, oh, they really are coming for me for this thing. You got to know what and who you are. Like when you can lean into that, that's it. Why am I now suddenly going to be like, I want to fucking do Fashion Nova? Like niggas actually watch me on video and audio. So when people want to pay me for that, it makes sense to me.
Know who you are, bro.
Yeah.
I say that all the time, bro.
Know who you are. Weezy dropping gems.
You got to know
each
who you
one
are.
teach one. You for real.
For
know
real.
who you are.
You got to know who you are.
Damn, clip me this shit.
Yeah, not that ass. Yo,
but like, when you really think about it, though, you know what I'm saying? How many times do we meet? I have a lot of influencer homegirls that will talk to me very vulnerably and say, like, I don't know what I'm going to do next. and let's say it be fitness.
Mhm.
Like, bro, you branch into the next fitness part. You know what I'm saying? Right now, you're doing clothes.
Mhm.
We love your body. We see the abs. Now you need to be video. Now you need to be making the courses. Now you need to be thinking of like training-esque shit.
Right.
Branch into the same fitness thing.
Mhm.
Why are you now trying to be a TV host? Like,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Pursue your dreams, but like, that's where your bread is right now.
Right there.
Fucking get that bread. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think that sometimes we think just, I want to like do it all when we're not like really looking at the money.
Mhm.
Alex and I actually recently had this conversation because I wanted to open in Atlanta.
Mhm.
Ooh.
And it would make sense.
It would.
We got
Black
big
capital.
demo, da-da-da-da.
Right.
And we were just eating and he was looking at me and he was like, I feel you, but like, niggas can't book time right now in New York.
Mhm.
It's busy. They're like, for real.
For real.
Yeah.
Like, even I couldn't get a slot for Horrible the other day. And I was like, damn.
In your own studio.
What was I supposed
That's
to do? Move niggas?
fire.
No.
That's good.
That
And the
is
fact that,
fire.
And the fact that she ain't do the boys move and be like, no, somebody got to go so I could
See?
come. Because he could have did
Yeah.
that.
Nah,
She
the
just
only
is like-
person that Alex does that for, he be doing that shit for Charlamagne sometimes.
Okay.
But like, we've offered people a free hour. But he
Yeah.
won't 100% move him though.
Yeah.
He'll be like, hey, we can't change this time. Would you guys want a free session on this day?
Right.
I ain't gonna tell y'all when they normally record because you ain't come in here and try it.
That's
That
right.
is
Yeah,
so
that is
fire.
fire though.
That's
But,
so
like,
fire.
Nah. And when he said it to me, I was like, oh, New York.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why are we like trying to do too much?
Too
then,
much right now.
like, yeah, you're right. Like, we don't have enough space. It has to be New York. Go where your money is.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because what'll happen is if there is a third set or fourth set or whatever in New York, what happens next? When that bread comes in, then there's Atlanta. You know what I mean? But I mean, seriously though, like the engineers deserve another room, more clients, more bread. Like they do. I hope them niggas fucking working 70 hours a week. Shit.
Yo, I like
Weezy fire, man.
I like that. No,
Weezy
that's really
fire.
dope, man.
Yo, Trap, I'm gonna let you go into your segment because I know we can't hold Weezy
This is
for
the
too
OD
long.
segment. Introduce the OD segment.
All right,
What's
y'all.
the OD? I like that.
All right, so
that's a good
check it
name.
out
Explain that
for
to
our
them.
loyal Each One to Each One podcast
Explain that.
viewers and supporters. You know, and where we from, when we say OD, it usually stands for you ODing or you overdoing it. Here it's called the open discussion segment.
Okay.
Yeah, so open discussion. I had some more questions,
Go
but
ahead.
I
Put them
want
in for the
Trap.
open discussion. Put
Yeah,
your
we'll
questions
leave
in.
it from an open discussion.
Yeah, put your questions in first. Go
All
ahead.
right. So the first question I have is, would you ever start your own podcast network? And if you do, you see these guys, these are some people missing. We have a co-host named KAVAHLO who is in love with you. He is in love with you.
Oh no.
When I sent in the DM, like, yo, we got Weezy on Friday. He's like,
Where
and
he
I'm
at?
in Atlanta dealing with a personal matter. He said,
I hope he's
FaceTime me, tell Weezy I love her.
Oh.
Yeah, he loves you. But would you ever
He's
start?
not the nigga that asked T for my socks, is he?
Nah.
Okay.
Maybe. I don't know. But KAVAHLO, I told you I was gonna do it. Would you ever start your own podcast network?
You know, Alex and I have talked about it. Like, hey, do we have favorite podcasters? We should let them record for free, take ad money cut. That's what we learned from Loudspeaker Network, right?
Okay.
But to be honest, I would rather be the production company for a podcast network. And I say that because when I had another network I was on. I had signed to OK Player before Loudspeaker. And it didn't work out because they had the eyes, but not the lending hand. I wanted to know what to do. I wanted to know how to work out, right? And it was no shade to OK Player. They're huge, which is so crazy because literally, like, full circle, I post Questlove a lot. Everybody knows I love them. Yeah. And we're eating. And I told him I was signed to OK Player. And he goes, are you serious? I said, yeah. He goes, do you know what OK Player is? I said, no. He said, it used to be theroots.com. He said, I literally changed the name of it. Oh, and I was like, what, nigga? And like, we just kind of laughed about it.
Wow.
Yeah, wow.
That is crazy.
That is crazy.
Right? He was like, it's like a message board that we started. And he was like, it was like something to say like, OK Player. Like, I can't remember what he said. But anyway, it was the Roots website. Sorry, I have ADD.
No, wow.
So I say that to say, when Loudspeaker Network came about, they not only offered me the production studio, but they offered me the mentorship. And I feel like I can't extend myself with the mentorship right now. And that's what scares me about a podcast network, because even with Black Effect, Charlamagne always answers the phone. he's overextending himself, and I know that nigga ain't got no time. I don't care if he acts like he ain't bothered when I call.
Salute,
Right,
Charlamagne.
Seriously, like
yeah.
I recently said, I think I said it to Alex. I was like, I don't know if I've ever heard Charlamagne's voicemail.
Wow.
And I one time was on another podcast. It might have been horrible as a joke. I said, that nigga always answer the phone. Watch.
And he didn't
And
answer.
he answered the phone. He goes, I'm doing the Breakfast Club right now. Or he said, I'm at work. That's what he said, I'm at work right now.
And still picked up.
And I was like, damn, yo, like, I know he loves me and I love him back, but like, he really makes a fucking effort to connect with his people.
With his people. That's
and
dope.
I know that I'm like that. And I'm like, ooh, I'll push myself too much. Like, people ask me now about podcast mentorship, and I feel bad saying no, but I know I can't.
Yeah.
I
You're being true to yourself.
I got too many jobs, bro.
You don't have time to be mentoring and running the business and doing this.
I'm doing another season on Fuse. I've got fucking Horrible. I've got For Fact's Sake. Now I run Kenya Barris's Audible division.
Really?
Which I fucking love doing, bro.
Salute.
Like, but I can't like fumble that. And the reason I really can't fumble that is because Kenya Barris has never made a podcast. He's made the best content, Girlfriends, Girls Trip, fucking all of it, right?
Blackish, all of that
Blackish,
good shit. Yeah,
like, seriously.
all the good shit.
Intergalactic.
Intergalactic.
That was Thanksgiving, my movie.
Nigga, that shit was
not all day
amazing.
On the Kenya Barris level on Twitter too, because they be trying to slander Kenya Barris for some of his work on the Twitter. It's like not all day.
He was involved with you people.
He doing everything.
He directed it. That was his first directorial. That was his directorial debut, and he's such a human too. Like he got up at that premiere and he invited all his employees, which is fire. And I'm saying,
something you would do.
Yeah, I would. And we sat there, and fucking Eddie Murphy's there and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? And he goes, God damn, I'm nervous as shit. That's the first thing he said. And you're thinking like all these like news and media outlets, and Kenya Barris is a real ass nigga. And I know they be like doing the whole interracial shit on him.
Yeah, they be trying to put that on
He said something once I thought was so funny. He's like, bro, anybody be talking about my wife? My wife is as black as Barack Obama. And it's like such a funny thing to hear. But I say all that because I'm trying to get to the point of like, he's never made a podcast and he's made hundreds of millions of dollars making amazing movies and television. Right. I'm not gonna fumble this.
Fumble that.
Never.
I'm not gonna fumble this shit. You telling me the one podcast bitch they gonna know that had to do with your shit was me?
Facts.
Oh hell no.
Like,
y'all should hear me on them audible calls. That nigga might fire me if you knew how I was talking to the people. One lady asked me to get a treatment out. Oh, I remember exactly where it was. I was in Paris with my mother for her birthday.
Nice.
Flex.
No.
Your passport tatted.
I like that.
Your passport
Son,
tatted.
y'all learn
Did you take her shopping in Paris?
I did not too much. But it was only $600 because it's freezing in January. So the Audible calls me, and Kenya, a part of his deal, and it's in an article so everybody knows he has to make his own podcast. Yeah. She asked me for a treatment to his podcast or to fix something on the treatment. And I said, excuse me, I'm with my mother's birthday dinner. And I walked outside. I said, not that it's your problem. It's midnight right now in France. And I really needed to walk away from the table to say to you, you mean to tell me y'all signed a fucking deal for Kenya Barris to create podcasts and now you have questions about the one he'll have? Are you serious right now?
Like, look in the mirror.
I cannot call him and tell him this because he will be flabbergasted.
Yeah.
I said, so maybe you guys need to go back in and have another look, but this isn't gonna work. I said, the man is who's making the fucking deal. How dare you?
Word.
You know what I'm saying? And like, that's how I be like, oh, that's how I be treating that shit. I be like, it's mine, yo. For real. Like, I told him to his face recently, like, yo, I want to make you so rich off of podcasting because I'm trying to eat off that shit.
Right.
I said, I'm about to ride your coattails, dog. Yeah. You think, like, all these niggas, Conan O'Brien just got $100 million? Fuck Conan O'Brien, bro. Yeah. We the ones who dictate the cool.
Right.
Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Kenya deserves way more than that shit than Conan do to put a bunch of black fucking podcasters on. Look at Charlamagne, what he's doing with Black Effect.
Black Effect. I love
You know what I'm saying? And Char's demo is very different because Charlamagne, when he's doing Drink Champ stat, like loud, outrageous, like a Horrible Decisions wouldn't even be a Kenya Barris fit, so to speak, right? But like, this nigga's made all this shit. Like, give me the scripted pods. Give me the Kenya Barris shit. Like, give him that bread. Like, and I'm telling him, like, son, I want the 1% of that bitch.
Nah, you gonna get it. You know what you gonna do with it?
Put it in this motherfucker.
Exactly. Trap, it's all yours, man.
And it benefits all of us. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
So I like that.
But yeah, like, I think that's really why, when it boils down to it, I think mentoring someone else would fuck with me right now because I would take it so serious.
Know who you are.
Yeah.
You said it already.
You gotta know who you are.
And maybe I will have the time at some point. You know
Just
what I'm saying?
not now.
But even with my free time, coming on everybody's podcast, like
Thank you, by the way.
That's a word. Thank you for
that's a fact.
Yo,
it
real
felt
talk.
like time. You know what I mean? Like
Facts.
all of these shows whose names I see all the time. I'm like, I got
Shout out to Wolf.
Yeah, shout out to the.
Because it's not easy to get guests.
Nah, it's
Guests
really not.
flake on you. Guests be like, oh, what are we gonna? Oh my god, bitch.
Now we got
But
the
sometimes
boss.
they look at your following like, oh, you're not really proper. But sometimes that could benefit us because not having a large following, that's what got Neek Buck and a few others. They're like, oh
Facts.
shit, y'all
Shout
not
out to
even.
Neek Buck.
So
Salute,
they came
King.
on to
Album released today. Blessed to the
Word,
max.
Blessed to
Go
the
get
Max.
that.
I was listening to that earlier.
You told me I saw you had 900 followers. I'm like, I'm pulling up. I wanted to be the first one for the big boom.
That's
Yeah.
dope.
And he came right here. You said right here. Oh, you
Yeah.
saw it.
Honestly, I don't think that following shit. I don't know, man. Like niggas body followers, people inflate their numbers.
Facts.
They do?
Fact,
just
yeah. You know
kinda
the
like-
fake followers.
Also, you need to sit with who's gonna give you a look.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? What's a huge podcast I could do? I guess I could do Joe Rogan, but maybe he could make me look stupid. Maybe he would be like, yo, you wanted to like do all this stuff and call yourself a whore, and look at you trying to transition now and like be a producer. Well, why would someone take like I don't know what he would ask me or throw at me. I was very nervous about going on No Jumper for that. But he was cool, but I was
I
very
gotta
scared.
watch that. I didn't peep that. I didn't know you was on No Jumper.
I did No Jumper years ago. And
I'ma
then
check that out.
It was when I guess it wasn't years ago. It was when Rory and Mal and Joe Budden and them broke up and he asked me about it.
Okay.
And that was like the first kind of like clip about it. And I was
Yeah.
like, damn, why Joe mad at me? Not that I give a fuck.
Like,
but
yeah,
also
like,
like,
why you mad at me?
what you fuck me for? And I was like, oh, I said Joe Budden
Wait,
wasn't
hold up. What did he say?
I said Joe Budden wasn't a mogul.
Mm.
Which I didn't think was disrespectful.
It
man.
wasn't.
time,
But
yeah.
what did he say back?
He said they just be asking anybody about me and then people were tagging me in it.
Oh, okay.
Wasn't Kevin Samuels mad at you about something too? Or
I
something
never
like
saw
that?
it. I know he was mad though.
He
because-
definitely spoke on you.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Damn,
Well,
Weezy be ruffling
too
all the
bad to
feathers.
him.
Sometimes you gotta listen. Sometimes it be like that. People get mad. Like, why you get mad?
I'm not trying not to laugh, but like
Weezy's a savage.
he called all the bitches fat and died of a heart attack.
Jeez.
The craziness
That
of
is
you
crazy.
talking about health.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? Like when you think about the way people make fun of Lizzo, but at the same time she be dancing for 3 hours with all that birth control.
And, right, and nobody
Nigga,
can,
can you
and
run
niggas
a
can't
lap?
do that, and niggas can't even run a lap. No, you're absolutely right.
That's real.
Seriously.
I'm big on that. I always tell people, yo, get in health,
I
bro.
really didn't like the way Kevin
Health is wealth.
Kevin
Health
Samuels
is
talked about
wealth.
women bad, bro. I didn't like that shit.
But they were calling him.
I
Why
mean,
call him if you know who you are? That's the
'Cause he
theme of
started
this
out with
episode.
men.
Weezy. Oh yeah,
but I
that's
think
true.
It's also
And
like
then they called.
here's a different thing too. It's the YouTuber culture, like shit that I kind of don't like. I think
Yeah.
YouTube is very clickbaity,
Facts.
and I think it gets very like incestuous when it like starts to get to this like now we're like tearing people down.
Oh
And
yeah, I hate
I
that.
don't. I actually don't watch content like that.
Yeah, I hate
Like
that.
the
I don't watch shit
Fresh
like
and
that.
Fit Andrew Tate, like it gets very loud and yelly. So
I'm
I
all
just,
for having different of opinions, but and disagreements. But
I
when you
like a
start
good
tearing,
debate.
yeah, when you're tearing people down, then it's
Yeah,
like, all right, I
it's
gotta
gets
cut it off.
mean.
Yeah, that's when I gotta cut it off.
I
I'm
can't
not watching
watch
that.
it.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, it's funny because like a nigga asked me on a date one time, and I remember it, how he said it. He was like, "There's certain podcasts that a nigga could listen to that you wouldn't fuck with," and I was like, "Yeah, I think so. I think if you consumed certain content, I wouldn't fuck with you."
Right.
And he was like, "That's so crazy. Like you're telling me you can't watch Fresh and Fit for Entertainment?"
Oh, I don't even watch them.
And he said, "You
Yeah,
watch.
me neither.
You talk about 90 Day Fiance, so why can't I watch Fresh and Fit?" And I'm like, "Bro, 90 Day Fiance doesn't hurt anybody."
Also, I feel like the podcasts you watch could like, or even if I'm not telling Weezy that dumb shit.
Mhm.
No disrespect, King. Do what you do, but like certain shit could lamify you right there. Like, yo, you lame. Yeah,
it
like-
can.
Could,
Like you're like,
Super
what?
fact, yeah.
You listening?
you remember we spoke about
Yeah,
that?
we
like
did.
seeing a girl and like, oh, you dated him? Oh, I know you trash.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, man!
No, I don't mean a dirty Mac, but
Right.
like you could just lamify yourself, dog. Fuck you.
By
You're gonna
certain
tell her
things you
like,
doing, yeah.
oh, I can't watch Fresh and Fit, nigga. You a doof. Like,
But that's the thing, like you know that they're
like
when you're like watching something about how to get girls, like that's also kind
it
of weird,
lamifies you right
Yeah,
there.
watching.
bro. Girls like weird niggas, okay? Like
Oh, nice.
when I say weird niggas, I mean you don't have to try to be cool.
Right.
Like, we're going to fuck you anyway.
Just be yourself. No, see what she's saying is true. If you just be yourself, you're fine.
Bro,
Like,
I like a little Asperger's. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a weird nigga. Bro, the nigga I'm talking to right now, that nigga got a flea market. Okay? In LA. Like,
man.
I think that sometimes we put so much stock on, like, being, like, I don't know.
Holding this persona up. Just be yourself, and you're going to attract what you attract. You know what I mean?
That's real.
You are.
60 years ago, I met my girl. I was like, yo, I'm lame. Like, don't get it twisted. You met me with a celebrity.
You cool.
I may look like that guy, but yo, I stay home and watch Family Guy. Now she lives it.
What celebrity were you with?
Say it.
All right, I was with Safari.
So when you were with Safari and you met a girl,
his
you
girl
gotta watch
now.
Meet the Chiefs.
No, in your brain, were you like, oh, is she like around me because I'm around?
Nah, you gotta watch Meet the Chiefs. Episode 1. We just shot it. Valentine's Day weekend.
Give us a little, you know.
All right, so around that time in 2016, sorry, Trap, I know you got your segment. I was running the city with Safari and the crew, Stunt Gang. Shout out to Super, Spider, and my dogs. And New Year's Eve, it was one of those nights. You know, walkthroughs, you a celebrity. You know how that go. They hit me like, yo, bro, come out. And I was like, nah, Haitians don't go out New Year's Eve. Like, we drink Sujumu and stay home. Yeah. The same way we don't celebrate Halloween because that's the devil's holiday.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, that's what, you know. I gotta let you know this though, right? So, long story short, I was like, yo, I'm gonna pull up. You know what I'm saying? I put on like the jacket. I almost wore the jacket today, to be honest. But whenever we were on
I went out with him. The glitter at home.
Yeah. Right. I put on the jacket and then we were supposed to go to this spot, but the shit was like shut down. So we pulled the audible. Like, yo, let's go to this spot. So we went to that spot. And whenever I went out with him, I ended up turning into like, because, you know, I know how to move, right? I'm always in my zone. I'm militant, head on a swivel.
Facts.
Hanging with a celebrity do get you like that. I've never acted like that in my life until hanging with rich niggas.
You see? Like, you got to be on point. Yeah, I'm not a bodyguard. Like, I'm small. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You almost feel like you got to watch you.
Yeah, that's true. Especially
when I move
now.
with niggas with, like, chains and shit, I'm like... And women know this, by the way, from dating, like, balling niggas and shit.
Yeah.
Man, I fucked so many hood niggas. I be saying all that shit.
See, Weezy gangster. She on point. But long story short, I become the picture guy, right? So girls like, oh my God. And I just take their phone, take a picture. Take their phone, take a picture. Take their phone, take a picture. So I felt the tap on my shoulder. So when I look, she goes, can you take a picture of me? So I assumed it was with him. And then when I took the phone, it was like, go ahead. She was like, the fuck you doing? I was like, what you mean? You're not taking a picture? She was like, no, I meant of me and my girls.
Oh, that's such a cute love story.
Yeah, so
every time we tell it, I be
my
like,
girl's not a bird.
That's all I keep thinking about. When he tell the story, like, yo, he got him one. Word.
She passed test
She
day one.
passed the test
day
one.
Yeah.
Day
And you see
one.
my bitch.
But yo,
I'm not
but
calling
nah.
That is fucking hilarious.
That's why you gotta
Day
watch
one.
Meet the Chiefs. You gotta. We just
Okay,
filmed
I'll
it.
check it out.
You'll like it.
Not for him, for me.
Yeah,
nigga.
but
You know what's interesting about that too is like how our brain goes to bird. So
I like birds though.
Me
I
too.
do. I like birds.
I got some bird ass
I like
homegirls. They be
birds.
fun as
You
fuck.
do? They on
Yeah.
OnlyFans? Is some of them on
One is, one's
OnlyFans?
not, but when I say bird, like
Because OnlyFans be tricky. Like, I'll subscribe for the 30 days, and then you get the 30 days out of me, but I don't keep the rebill on. Because if I notice,
I'm getting money and I put the fucking alarm on.
Yeah, because if I notice you're not posting constantly or putting, it's like I'm not gonna spam my staying on here. Yeah, they just, a lot of them be trying to get a loose, so I don't stay on there.
Nah,
Yeah.
one of my bird
I don't do that
homegirls,
no
she
more.
hit me up, bitch, Grammy
No more
weekend, where we
OnlyFans.
going? I was like, girl,
Grammy
what do you mean, where we
weekend.
going? She was like, bitch, you know I'm trying to see some niggas. She was like, I want post, and I'm gonna be like, with my bitch, because you got a blue check. She was so funny.
oh shit,
But-
the blue check.
I love
On some-
ratchets.
on some
Yo,
shit,
I
though.
love them, man.
It's fun because
It is fun. They
and
are
on
fun.
some real shit, that kind of shit I fuck with
love
more
it.
than my other homegirl who, and I posted this shit on my close friends.
It's all about
She was like,
balance.
hey, it was the Roots Jam session. Everybody know I fuck with this nigga Questlove Henry.
Facts.
And everybody wants to go to the Roots Jam session. They do it every Grammy weekend. What are you doing tonight? After
You know what I'm doing.
After I just posted my outfit for the jam session, right? So I'm like, bro, now this girl also has a blue check and she's lit.
Okay.
But okay, you can get an invite. So like, girl, just say to me flat out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My bird homegirl was like, bitch, I'm one of your +6, right?
I'm one of your +6 is crazy.
No, that's crazy.
But I love it though.
Me too. Keep
Be
it
real, be
like,
authentic.
like, that's why I feel like niggas fuck with me, because I do the same.
Duality.
But you just made me think of something, because the dude I'm talking to, you know, maybe people want to take a picture with him too, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm on the phone with him, and I'm in the airport, and I'm like, he's like, what happened? I'm like, oh my God, I don't want to tell you because you don't think I'm a bird. He's like, nigga, too late. So I'm like, I just saw the guy from 90 Day Fiance that's married to the white woman that lives in Jersey, and he lives in Ethiopia, and I can't believe I'm looking at him. I'm freaking out. And I was like, you think I could ask him for a picture? He's like, yeah, just calm down. You should ask him. And, and I was really freaking out.
Yeah, and you a celebrity. So celebrities get freaked out by
what it made me think?
celebrities.
I said, damn, yo, how did it, when people ask me for a picture, like, it must take a lot of them. That was the first time I acted like that in a minute. So the next day I'm on the phone with him, like, yo, I'm so embarrassed, yo. And he's like, yo, we're not in the club. You're not in the section.
Yeah, yeah.
You're not thirsty.
Yeah,
like,
you in the airport.
He's like, you really do love that show, bro.
Yeah, you love the show.
He's like,
Ain't
he's like, being a fan, and this is true, being a fan of somebody, because how many people take a picture of Safari that kind of don't really care about it?
Right.
Yeah, it's just for the like.
They're like, oh my God, he's here.
Yeah.
He's like, you're actually a fan.
Right.
And fans aren't weird.
And that was
fans
6
aren't
years
weird.
ago,
Yeah, I'm about to
too.
say that.
Post breakup. That's when he was at the height.
Yeah.
I want to take a
Like-
picture with her ex. But like,
Yeah.
being a fan ain't bad.
No,
That's
being a
why-
fan is not bad.
Hell no. And you know, one of my homegirls said that shit to me too, and I didn't really fuck with that shit. She was an LA bitch. We saw Kate Trinata. It was some GQ party and like some fucking LA shit. And I'm like, oh my God. I said it out loud and he could hear me. I said, bitch, I can't breathe. So he was getting in an Uber or SUV, and I was like, I'm gonna leave you alone. I love you. And he was like really nice, and like, but he was leaving. She was like in the car joking like, Weezy couldn't hold it together. And I'm like, bro, I was listening to the nigga before we got here. Like, what was I supposed to do? Eat it?
I think for us, for men, it's kind of like we don't want to seem like we coming off as
Groupies.
Yeah, groupies. So
Man,
we kind
niggas
of.
fuck with that shit though. They
but
do.
you can still be a fan. Like, it's nothing wrong with being a fan. I agree.
It's
like,
not, but we
especially
think it's
especially
so
when
bad.
you're a fan. Yeah,
That's because we
only
call
for
them
guys.
birds. See?
Yeah,
It's
but I
our
like
own
birds
fault.
though.
There's a fan. There's a difference.
Right.
That going up and not caring, like, and just be like, oh my God, man. I think that could be a little too much. When you really fuck with somebody's
really
work,
fuck
why
with
not?
This
why
is
not?
super humbling, like
It
to hear
is.
like someone, a celebrity that owns 2 successful studios that
Facts.
employs black people
You know,
to still
That
get that
employs people,
starstruck
word.
over someone on TV, but she's on
Man.
TV.
he's on TV.
I'll
yeah.
tell you right now, I'm trying to think who I would lose it for. I kind of lost it when we had David Letterman in this bitch.
Oh yeah, I
Me
kind of
too.
see.
Me
I
too.
lost it just looking at the thing. I'm like, yo, they got. I've lost it for you. I'm like, yo, y'all got David Letterman
Oh
here.
my
I'm like,
God.
Sitting
oh,
where I
shit.
sit.
I'll tell
I'm
you
like-
right now, we'll kick you
I'm
niggas
like,
out of here.
word, I would respect it. No,
Oh,
no bullshit.
man.
I would respect.
Hey man, I'm gonna
If
be real
you-
with you. If David Letterman
if you
needed this
told
time,
me-
I'm calling on the phone and be like, hey man.
Bruh,
I
he
ain't
could
saying
get
y'all
all the
ain't
time
shit.
he want. I would be like, oh, David Let. Go right
Right?
ahead.
You know what? I
I
think that's why, I
respect
think
it.
that's how niggas do Charlemagne when they go over though. I feel like that. Yo, there's moments where
I respect it. David Letterman.
I'm like,
come on.
yo, I can't believe this shit right now. Like, I can't believe who I'm sitting next to, or
Mhm.
like, you know what I mean? And it's
That's how
crazy.
I feel right now. I'd be like, I can't believe I'm
That's how you
sitting
feel
right
right
here
now.
With
next to
Weezy.
Weezy. Like, I'm really sitting here
Yeah.
next to be like,
You're the
you gotta
reason
understand,
that
like,
we're here.
you gotta
You and
understand,
Wolf,
like,
like, if you didn't,
I'll take it.
yeah, if you didn't
Yeah.
establish this with Alex,
Facts.
Wolf wouldn't be here. I
Facts.
met Wolf since day one. Not one discrepancy, not
no, my
one.
God. If this nigga didn't tell me 10 times, I said, damn, Wolf must have told him he need a raise.
Yeah,
He gave
nah.
Wolf so many props.
Yo,
Nah,
Weezy,
he
you
did.
want me to
Go
keep it
with
a
it.
buck with
Listen.
Were you drunk or you were just in your
Nah.
shit?
He was drunk. You was drunk.
I wasn't.
He was speaking from the heart though.
He was
I
speaking
wasn't
for
But a
drunk.
drunk man don't tell lies. You
I'm-
were a little bit.
Nah, I'm
you
telling
was
you.
Because you tell
I
us.
see you spilled the liquor, dog.
Nah,
but
but
you were so serious about
Yeah.
it.
Just
And,
had conviction.
yo, Weezy,
Yeah.
I've had the same 10 friends since I was 12.
Yeah.
wow.
I don't make new friends
That's
Right.
amazing.
ever. Like Trap's a new friend, but now he's a business partner, so he's off the friend list now.
Right, right.
Because now we do business. Ain't no
Mhm.
friendship in business.
Right.
Wolf, T, Yomi are my new friends
Oh,
in 20 years.
that's amazing, yo.
It's fire.
That
Nah,
wouldn't
for
have
real.
happened if it wasn't for you. But you spent enough time
Because we
teaching, right?
seen- No, listen, I just wanted to say, because watching you start from the horrible decision and see what you build here is just like amazing to be sitting here and just
It's
having
weird,
talking for
right?
you. Yeah, like see what you done with that and then start off on only audio and then get the visuals, which I love. I like the visuals.
No, it like really is
Like-
weird. Like
Like, accept your flowers,
when
queen.
I
like,
think it was
accept your
maybe Billy
flowers.
was the first person from 25 and over who was
Mhm.
like, he saw me coming out, and it's funny because sometimes I don't realize someone's walking in the door. Yeah. I mean, I know they black people barely come in here on the floor, but I was like, hey. And of course I'm going to say hi, but then when I walked back from the bathroom, I think it was Billy. It might not have been him, but he had like so much to say to me. And I was like, damn, he been thinking about that shit since I'm in the bathroom. Yeah. And he's about to record in the same seat that I am. Like, we're really sharing this space. Like, and I think like when you were you were one of those people talking to me that night that talks like you're proud of someone you don't know. And that is like a very interesting thing because it's like, I'm a peer of yours. I'm a podcaster too. You know what I'm saying? So like, I've felt that with people too, though. I feel that, you know who I feel that with? But she's way bigger than me, but Quinta Brunson.
Yeah, that's how I feel too.
I feel so proud of someone.
Because I seen where she came from. This thing like I said with you, like I seen where she came from the Vine and doing the funny videos, and now she got a fucking own show.
Holy shit.
And it's so funny as hell.
Oh my God.
Amazing.
She had a New York Fashion Week picture she posted recently. Like she was sitting in the seat with these glasses, and I was like, okay, bitch. I said it out loud.
I like to see that.
That shit feels good. And I think that like, I think I am that for a lot of people right now. And it's funny because this is a smaller scale in my brain when I'm thinking about a Quinta Brunson, but it's a bigger scale to someone else. So it's like, you never know.
Absolutely.
You know what's so dope about it though, if I can though? It's like podcasting is such a new path to be taken. And so y'all are literally like carving a lane. Y'all the first to do what y'all doing. Like when I first came to New York, it's like, I want to be part of Hot 97. I want to be part of Breakfast Club.
Right.
But it's like, nigga,
that's true.
I got to be a part of something that was the first of the first.
First of
ever.
the first.
Like there was never, this didn't even exist when I first got to New York. So like, I'm a part of history.
But not even that, Wolf, what's interesting about you saying first to the first. I don't even want to say it because if it doesn't happen, you're going to think about it.
Say that shit.
Okay.
Stand on that shit.
Manifest.
I'm going to tell you, but it really may not happen because I might go see the Usher concert, okay?
Manifest, queen.
Alex and I's birthday are this close. So we thought about doing a party together. And he was like, you know, it would be fire if we flew the New York staff to the LA shit. And I was like, really? Like, but we can't bring all of them. He was like, you bring the day ones. And like, there actually is a difference. Now, this is no shade to new employees, but like,
no shade.
There really is. Like, right? It
the Christmas photo.
Yeah. You feel me?
The Christmas
That's a fair
photo.
one. Yeah. There are day ones. He's like, well, not everybody. The newbies, like, because I made a joke like, who gonna take all the shifts? He's like, there's people now. They don't all come.
Right.
And I didn't want to tell you because I really do think my nigga taking me to see Usher. But
you heard it here
he
first.
was like, you know how fire that would be? And I'm like, Al,
Shout
how
out
we
to
gonna
Alex.
afford everybody's flight and their hotel? He was like, whatever, they stay at our house. I'm like, what? Like, but like that to me, when he said like, we don't bring everyone, it's really the day ones. I felt guilty about that, but then I thought about it and I was like, you know what? Any company I ever work for, they always make it very clear who's
seniority.
the senior. They do.
They do, yeah.
But in my brain, I have this like family thing where I'm like, oh, I don't want to make anyone feel too over the other one. But like, it actually is kind
family,
of,
but it's still business.
It's business.
You know what I mean? Like, and I have to like remember that. So yeah, not only is it like you were part of the first, but you are the first. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so it's a really good feeling. Like,
and being part of podcasts, like you said, that I didn't realize like this is something new, like
it's groundbreaking.
And we jumping into this.
When Tahoe came in here for that first episode? Was that Tiana?
Yeah, it was Tiana. Tiana was here.
You know how crazy that is? So like, the first episode recorded in the studio was So Shameless, I think.
I was working for him at
or
the time.
Hardest
Off.
Right. And Tiana sat here, and I remember meeting her, and she was working on their show, and it's just crazy. She ended up managing the fucking studio she's at. You know what I mean? Wolf was doing our BTS and shit like that, so he would come in here, and then bam, you know,
I didn't work here yet. I was just doing BTS.
Yeah.
But like, didn't even think it might happen. Like, you just never know.
Look now.
Right. And now
but listen. We've had Weezy for more than enough time, right? So I want to pass it off to Trap real quick.
Why you passing it off to me?
Because listen, Weezy is one half of Horrible Decisions.
Not
horrible, but horrible.
Nah, it's just
it's only right.
It's a little segment we call this or that. I'm gonna just throw out some two things.
I'll let you take it away.
This or that.
Okay, I like those.
So, spit or swallow?
Spit, but like in a hot way, like back on it.
Okay, so this. All right, so cream.
So this.
All right, so
that nigga
cream.
snapped. Okay.
So cream pie versus getting nutted on.
Cream pie.
Cream pie. Also, you like me in the Twinkie. Okay.
But also, it's been so long because I haven't had a boyfriend in a minute.
Okay.
That shit is just so much easier.
Okay, cream pie.
And like everybody wants to, like, it makes niggas nuts so bad. Oh my God, come at my pussy. Now I can go back to watching 90 Day Fiance.
So I love it. See,
Yo,
Twinkie.
this the clip,
Twinkie.
man.
So,
this the clip.
Sorry.
car sex or shower sex?
Car.
Car?
What?
Really?
I hate the shower.
I hate
that's
shower
wild.
sex too.
That's
Yo, I
wild.
don't like car sex neither.
You would pick the shower?
Absolutely.
I feel like I'm gonna die in
Bro,
there.
shower sex is overrated.
Bro,
That's
if I
what I'm
shave
saying.
my
Y'all just
pussy,
not
I'm
doing it
taking a
right,
risk.
man.
Maybe I need a bigger shower. Maybe
Same.
Maybe I need a bigger shower. Maybe,
Everywhere I live, like
yeah,
I've got,
I got the tub with the shower. Maybe I'm not
Me too.
doing it in the right shower because I be saying it's lit.
You
I
ever
need
go
a
to
bigger
somebody
shower.
else's shower and you be like, damn, you in a new
You in a
apartment
new
building.
Facts.
Damn. Yo, my friends joke with me all the time because my crib in New York is old as shit and my house in LA is old as shit. And they be like, bitch, are you the only person with 2 homes that's old as shit? I be like, I kind of like this shit.
Yeah, why not?
vintage.
It's
It's not old, it's vintage.
not
The
old.
cracks in the walls is it's the what's it give it? What's the
Cracks
word?
in the walls turning you on.
Wait, what is the word? It gives it character. Sorry.
character.
Oh shit.
Well, 2 more. So rose or dildo?
I've never used a rose.
Never
Dildo.
use it. Okay, dildo. All right. Anal beads or no anal beads?
No anal beads.
No anal beads. Okay.
I don't know what it is about like pulling.
Wolf dying.
Looks like a tampon.
Wolf dying,
It looks
bro.
like a tampon.
I didn't know where he was going. He came up with this
Listen,
segment for
this nigga
Weezy.
sick.
Yeah,
What's that?
this or that.
Oh,
This is the
okay.
this or that. We got the horrible decision
You know
here,
what's
so
the
we got to.
sickness? Your answers give perv.
He was like, oh, okay. Like a fucking
Perv.
professor. He's
Did
like,
it.
oh,
I'm just like,
wasn't expecting
okay.
that.
I just wasn't expecting
On the
that. I'm like,
fly,
okay.
too.
be
I'm like, yo,
honest.
we got Weezy.
If
Like,
I found out in our like work group chat, yo, that one nigga from each one teach one, like,
That my nigga Trap.
Oh man, no,
Like,
I'm not a creep. I
and so
promise
I'd
you.
have been like,
Now, Trap
knew
is a
it.
guy.
From the moment I sat down, I'd be like,
That's the narrative. Like, from the
I'm
moment
gonna
I
be
sat down,
right
I
on
knew.
the clip. I'm gonna be like, hey, make sure to get WTF Beckman for promotion. Yes, they used to come here every week, and you know, first of all, I was jarred.
you see the
That's
corporate voice so quick.
She said I was
Filthy.
jarred.
Feel so bad for the other guy.
And they call it, yeah. I'm the other guy.
He's
Feel
the other
so
guy.
bad
I'm
for
the
him.
other guy.
You know?
Listen, I just
Each one lock one up. It is so sad.
Each one lock one up.
Okay, but he was CSAT right there.
Listen, cream. You know.
Yo, KAVAHLO, you missed it,
You
bro. I
missed
know
it.
you
you
left.
missed out, dog. You
Dog.
missed out.
I
Not to
did
rub
that
it
for
in.
him. You know what I'm saying? I
So
did
it's
that for
Listen,
him.
since
interviews.
he had a family emergency, maybe I'll come back around.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
that's cool. Come
Shout
back
him
around.
out, Weezy, please. He's gonna have a
Hold on,
heart
wait,
attack.
You know, you start talking
Yeah,
about
yeah,
it.
yeah,
shout him
I
out.
was talking. I don't mean it.
Shout him out. Shout him out. Oh, Weezy, like, I ain't pulling back up.
Keep your expectations low.
Word. Yo, that's funny.
Oh,
that is
man.
funny.
Oh,
But I had to
You
keep the
done?
questions. Yeah, I just had to keep him on brand for horrible decisions.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
That's
Because
why.
it's each one teach
Each
one,
one
but when we
teach
got
one,
the
but-
Weezy here,
Yeah,
like,
so
Thank
had to
you
keep
for
it on brand.
having
And
me.
she
Nah.
definitely taught us a lot.
yo, for
And we learned a
real.
lot. So
For
that was
real.
definitely
Name one
on
thing
brand. Thank you.
Besides me liking cream pies.
Nah, I know. I know there's
Name
more than I
one.
watched the show. I know there's more than that.
Now you said I know you like
Name
cream
one
pies.
thing that she
No,
taught
say
y'all.
name one thing.
Name one thing. What you mean? Like as far as
that you learned in this moment.
about the business of podcast and how it is in the studio and how you feel about being an entrepreneur and like how it is a lot of work and a lot of people really don't realize that.
Too much. Let
They
me tell you
realize
something.
everybody wants to jump and be the boss, and I realize even as a boss, you still have to work.
Nigga,
You can't turn it
up.
off.
Honestly, my advice to people
Mhm.
that couldn't find like I have a passion for podcasting.
Yeah,
So that's why I was able to do this. But
facts.
if you really don't feel like you're passionate about anything, because I don't think I was
Mm.
until podcasting, I
Mhm.
think that's okay.
Mhm.
Find a job that pays you well, that doesn't bore you.
Facts.
Make sure it has good PTO and ride that motherfucking wave.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
doing.
right there,
It's
I do
okay to
plumbing.
work.
It's okay. We always preach that. It's okay
It's
to work.
okay to get a
Leave
job.
that shit, man. You know what it's like to be on vacation, not thinking about shit, bro. I was in Thailand, worried about the studio, thinking about this. Like,
She not lying. My last
Yeah.
job when you had the PTO to be away from work and you don't got to think about that
Ooh,
shit.
fuck
It's
them
lit.
niggas.
And
I'm
you getting
telling you right now.
paid.
luckily, everybody loves what they work. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
I used to work for T-Mobile. That building could have burned down. I'd been like, oh, well,
Oh well.
I'm enjoying Miami.
Man,
That's
but
how it is.
PH
Fuck it.
toast to Weezy.
Oh yeah,
Queen.
Come
This-
on, PH Patty.
Yeah,
Come
yeah.
on,
I know that you
PH.
get into the sponsorship dollars, so I gotta say it. It's been an honor sitting with you.
Yes,
Thank
it
you
has
for
been an
making
honor.
the
Thank you guys
time.
so much
It's really
for
been an
having
honor.
me.
Yeah, thank you for making the
Like,
time, man.
I have fun.
No,
I hope your listeners
thank you.
like
No,
it.
I have fun.
They
Like
gonna
just
love
being
it.
in your presence and learning so much from
Facts.
you and
Thank you.
just meeting you. Like you said, a celebrity. Like
Facts.
and just meeting somebody who give us so much game today. And
I
just,
feel it, I feel the same. Y'all have been in the studio so long, so it's
Yeah.
really nice. And I've,
Thank
you know,
you.
seen your clips and stuff like that. So it's an honor for me to sit down too.
thank you.
Appreciate that. But on a like and all this is like surreal and real, but
Facts.
from one entrepreneur to another, but bigger than that. Because in this interview, I learned your character.
Mhm.
and character is very important for me.
Damn, y'all can't tell that shit on my IG stories.
I always do. You see them long essays I be leaving?
No, I don't.
Character is
Can
very.
I tell you why I don't? I don't know how to not write someone back, so I won't.
Okay. Yeah, you always answer me, so thank you.
I do?
Yeah, you always answer me.
She was going somewhere completely different with it.
Yeah, you always answer me.
No. I mean, I guess there's a reason I know the name of your show because I'm probably replying, but I be feeling so much pressure to like reply to a long message that I won't click.
Yeah.
Right.
And there's so much unanswered shit because I'm like, oh my God, what if I don't have something like compelling to say?
Yeah.
I opened a message once about suicide and then I was stuck to that for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
You gotta be. Once you open that, it's like, damn.
What do I say?
Yeah, like what do I say to that?
Like, look, and you know, there's a trigger warning to skip a few minutes, but sometimes I be wanting to kill myself too, bitch. I'll hit you up.
Right, exactly. When I have them moments, I just go smoke some weed if I feel like that.
God damn it.
I just go smoke some weed.
But for real, Weezy, I'm sure Trap could attest to this. So KAVAHLO, well-made choice. I know y'all gonna be tight. Y'all missed this. Get well soon. But from one entrepreneur to another, from somebody with high morals, high character, and integrity, thank you for building WTF Media Studio.
For real.
Thank you.
Nah, thank you for real. Because when he came here and he told me about it, I was like, all right, let's go there. I'm like, what we waiting for? Yeah. He went here first without anybody.
It's a promo episode.
Without anybody
change
telling.
The angle. Show them niggas what it does.
Yo, without him even telling us he did it, he just came. He like, yo, I got a new studio. I went and checked it out. Once he already said he checked it out, I was like, let's just do it then. I trust you. I know what you're going to. And then when I came here, the first day, I was like, oh yeah, this is it.
It's love.
I was like, we don't got to go nowhere else. We don't got to go look back.
I was looking up, and you know what? This studio looks so much like the same. We have little upgrades, but it's really the same.
Where?
We like.
LA?
No. I'm saying like B changed, this one changed, but this set, it's like I haven't recorded here so long because a lot of people want this one and it's busier, but like this is so like classic to me.
Yeah.
Like,
everybody's in here.
Even though I'm gonna be honest, the LA set looks better.
Yeah.
This one hits hard. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, it's a New York.
It's
thing.
a New York thing.
Is it the brick?
It is. It's the New York thing.
It
That's
feels
what
so
it
New York.
is.
When I saw the LA when I was, and like you know, I had someone come in and work on the wall, and I was like, damn, this shit looks better. They're gonna be mad. And I was like, damn, niggas still want
this home base.
But
But
I like Studio B too. Like we like
Studio
both of them.
B,
Like we shot in there too. Like we
that's
shot
where
in there
I
too.
shot Meet the Chiefs.
Yeah, Studio
that
B.
leather.
And then Set C. Set C gonna give Hollywood a run.
Bro,
for
the
money.
daytime, Mandy and I just shot an episode in the daytime in there.
Yeah.
That was one thing the studio was missing. And I didn't know it until I saw it.
What?
The window, the natural light.
Shout out to Alex, man.
Because you can't really. So Alex's main thing with windows and shit is like, how do you keep consistency? What if it turns night when something? So we were scared to use the window. Me shooting with Mandy, just something girly and light and fun, and seeing the daylight, I was like, wow. That shit was nice. That bitch looked better than me in that episode too. I ain't like that.
What?
Shout out to Mandy.
The light hit different on her side, and now I know what side to sit on. I ain't like that, but it's all right.
Fire, man.
Good,
Fire.
Thank you.
Weezy, thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Always. Thank you, Ron Wolf. Any last words? You good?
I mean, listen.
Fuck him. He said Rihanna ain't shit.
Yeah, shit. Well, you know, it is what it is. But you know, like they giving your flowers. I want to give mine too. Real talk. You know what I mean? You've been getting them like this whole time.
I can't. Well, please.
It's not too much. Not too much. Not too much. But it's just like it really is like the way they feel. Like I'm super happy to see them be next to you because they do come here all the time. And at one point, y'all were strangers to me, and then now it's like we friends.
Yo,
you know what I mean?
Friends, bro.
It's really genuine, and that's the one thing I never anticipated about podcasting. Like even though it's business, it just runs way too close to the personal. So like to see y'all be here with her, I'm so happy to see that for y'all.
Thank you, man. Nah,
it's big for you. It's big for me. It's just podcasting is the greatest culture.
You have been really happy for. I mean, you did it for one other podcast that I was on. Where like I could tell you were really happy for them. And I did 3 that day, and there was one in particular I saw you react away from, and like that taught me like, oh wow, like they are really connecting to the other person.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
You know what I mean? How can you not though? You sit and listen to these things.
Yeah, almost all the time. Yeah.
That's why I kind of like this setup.
Yeah.
Of the engineer being in the room, which I never had in other studios.
Because you was too busy.
No, in other studios.
Oh.
This like not the connection. I'm saying like literally looking at that person.
Yeah.
And I remember Alex and I were like, I was like, oh, but should we put it in there? Is this unprofessional that they're there? And it was like, nah, it changes it.
Wolf is a part of this shit.
Yeah, we tell him all the time. Wolf is
you hear his voice every episode.
Because
you know what I really want, but like I think it won't happen for like 2 years maybe. I want, and I don't know if it'll happen,
It should.
But I do want to charge more for people to talk. And like right now we have a slight thing for that, but like some people won't do an episode if they don't have a Yomi or a Wolf or, you know, they won't do it.
Okay. Heavy on the no Yomi or Wolf. I ain't coming.
Damn, okay.
Nah, we worked with everybody.
Nah, we worked with everyone. Weezy, Al, everyone.
Alex, when we started this, it was with Eddie and Dave, and you know, Dave is our lead engineer, and like, you know,
did I ever meet Dave?
Not too many times, maybe once.
But he, you know, he's trained a lot of our employees and stuff. He's very day one for us, but like, I do think those voices that people want so badly, like. I think they should start to pay for it.
Why not?
Yeah, why not?
You know what I'm saying? And like, I don't know how to charge for that. I don't know if that's fucked up, but like, if an engineer is being requested that much, they should be getting paid for that talk.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you becoming a talent essentially. So it's like, it's not really heard of because our studio does it and no one else kind of has that.
Right.
So I don't want to
fuck with us.
Nah,
but I don't want to turn into them niggas that's like, hey, you want Wolf to talk, bitch, pay $100.
Nah, but Weezy at the same time though, right? Everything in this world is going up except for payroll.
Yeah.
Yup.
Right.
That's why you got to constantly keep thinking of ways to get your people paid.
Also, that's how you decipher the day ones to the people that just doing it to do it.
Yeah. That's a good
I
point.
want Wolf to get paid.
Right.
So if I gotta pay extra for him to talk,
it was never just for clout for us. Like when we had him on the show, it's genuine. Then we started seeing more people popping up on more people's shows.
Yeah.
It's like,
bro, it's funny you said clout because I do agree. Like, I was seeing some girl post something about having Wolf on an episode or whatever, some podcast, and I was like, okay. So like, but people want the access that, you know, the accessibility that he has.
They gotta pay that. They pay that. Yeah, they could pay that. And if they don't want to pay, then that goes to show they were only trying to, because they seen somebody else do it, and then they seen how smart and how articulate
this is
he
his
is.
job.
So, like, yeah,
still, like,
right.
You're a businesswoman. You know how to run businesses. You have made yourself a celebrity. This is his job. He don't have to speak.
Right.
I know.
So he does that for us because we built that love.
I need to understand that they're having a business in this business.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, which I have to learn. Like, there could be a moment where, like, maybe I could feel a jealousy at growth, but I have to understand that that's what this business is teaching him.
Yeah.
Like, if Wolf is gone because he has some huge project that's a podcast in Antarctica and they need a fucking engineer there, I'm gonna be mad, but at the same time, am I gonna be mad?
You're gonna be proud too.
Right. Or if
that's
you got
something
big at HBO
proud.
or something, Showtime.
That's what I'm saying. Look what happened. I know that happened to Savon. What can you do?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm
so like
WTF for shit.
My brother, say it again.
Wait,
really like
don't
that.
say it.
Don't say it again.
Don't
say it again.
I've been. Somebody has tried to poach me from WTF before already, and it was just like, you silly. You real silly. You know what I mean? It don't, you couldn't even make it make sense to me because the culture is priceless. You know what I mean? The culture's priceless.
I
you know
like
what I mean?
that.
So,
I also think, you know, like Alex said to me when we were getting drunk the other night, I was like going crazy on the phone with Kenya and doing some shit in the middle of dinner. And he was like, I forget you're working in Pacific time. I'm like, yeah, it's not like he's calling me at 8 o'clock at night. It's only 5.
Right.
And then he was like, I know you're working hard, but like, you know that like the studio is going to make you the richest, right? Like that's going to make you more rich than anything.
That's a bar.
And it's true.
That's a bar.
And I think that you saying that, like, I think you know that. And that's why it's easy to talk like that. You know what I'm saying?
It's safer here. Like, once you realize that, like, you can be comfortable because there's a certain level of family and camaraderie here. To step somewhere else for the bag, it could be really risky.
The grass ain't always green.
Right. It's not always greener. So you go somewhere.
I went from T-Mobile to Spectrum. They gave me a little title change, but I worked for T-Mobile for 6 years. I started in their store, then I was managing stores, then I worked corporate and did B2B sales and sales engineering. Switched to Spectrum for more money. Bro, I was miserable. I think that's why I was able to leave for horrible. T-Mobile knew I had horrible decisions. You know what I'm saying? Like, they was cool about it. I remember, do y'all remember the crazy CEO they had?
And
the long hair, and he was really wild.
Yes.
He was like known for like going on. He said something about he was wild.
Really,
he was
crazy.
He's like Sprint's raping you in the ass.
Yeah. He was like crazy. Yeah.
It was fucking crazy. But I remember he walked by and he was like looking at the pictures because he lived right by the office on Park Avenue. And he was like, look at all this fun shit you do. You go to our music festivals when we host them? I was like, yeah. And then someone said, oh, she got a podcast. And they said, about what? And I was so scared. I was like, it's about sex.
Yeah.
Dope. fucking A, man. Fuck, great.
Great, yeah.
And I was like, yeah, like that was a great office culture. But I wanted more bread. And then bam, I had to be suited. I remember I got hot one day, took my blazer off. They saw my tattoos, bugging the fuck out.
Wow.
I was the first time in my life I ever got depressed. I had to get on Lexapro like Kanye. Nigga, like,
bro, I've been there. Not all money's good money.
Yeah,
it's not. But like, that's the thing though. Money is like coming. Like, you know what I mean? So
and it's here. It's coming.
It's here.
It's here.
It's here.
Me and Wolf, I started crying at an episode I did because Wolf got the biggest check he's ever got in a bi-weekly check.
Facts.
And I couldn't even send it because it hit the fucking chase limit. And I was like, whoa, bro. Like, that to me,
I like that. Yo,
that was fire.
I liked it when that shit happened. Like, I just like to see all my people win, yo. Like,
and that shit felt good.
Yo.
And I made a joke like, God damn, when the fuck this happened? And it was like, oh, we're both getting it.
And
you know
it
what I'm
came
saying?
from a black woman.
I love it.
It's powerful.
From a black woman at a black-owned studio.
At a black-owned studio.
Let
I
Alex
love
tell
it.
it. He gonna throw a Puerto Rican in there.
Oh,
my wife's
take
Puerto
that money
Rican.
too.
My wife to be, she black and Puerto Rican.
Oh,
so
shit.
yeah.
he got
Come
the extra
on.
spice.
Yeah.
Wait, not Blaxican. What am I thinking about?
You think about Mexican?
Mexican.
You think about Mexican and black?
No, I know. But wait, what do they call Puerto Ricans that are black? It's a word.
I don't know.
Boricua?
Yeah, but that's not
Boricua.
it.
That's just saying like.
I don't know,
It's a
bro.
V in it.
Like,
Well, shut up.
All right.
We're done. We're
yo,
done with you. Make
Will,
a
clap it up one time for Weezy.
And Wolf.
Clap it up for Wolf. Clap it up for
Clap it up for
Alex,
Wolf.
Yomi, T,
We
of
definitely
course.
got to do more podcasts.
WTF
That was a
Media.
good thing that you said. That was a good point you made. Like, more podcasts definitely should
They
connect
know how to talk, bro.
and do
Word.
more.
You bring out the niggas in there, he be like, yeah,
Yeah.
you rapping and shit.
Yeah, you're right.
I
Nah,
was
you're
thinking
right.
about my
Bring it-
mom.
That's a lot of pressure on
Think
Alex,
about
too.
my mom.
Alex, you got to come sit on this couch, bro. We can't have one half of the
I made that
ownership.
song or whatever. I was going through. some
He
shit.
did one of our shows.
Yeah,
He
Alex
did-
is fire. He did one of our shows as an
He said-
engineer, but
yeah.
I want to hear from him,
Hear
too.
from him too, right? Because I see what he be doing. He be moving around.
Facts.
I be saying. I be
Yo, Wolf,
watching.
as usual, my brother, thank you
Each one
so
teach one,
much.
dog.
Each one teach one.
Come on.
And we gone.
And we gone.
Yeah.
Yay.
Jeez, thank
That
you.
was fun.
Nah, you know how this shit.
Goated.
Like, Weezy is
Yeah,
definitely
you
this
made
shit.
me want
I
to get a
learned so much.
Dickie suit.